All right, everybody. No intro today. Penn State loses. Brett's going to join us soon, but we're already getting comments. So thank you guys. I'm going to try to pop these up. Koss said Franklin needs fired. 42 points to UCLA tonight. Well,
you need fired.
Yeah, man.
A while back. Jeez.
What's that?
I'll just let you say whatever you need. Do your thing. It's the first time I'm here.
Yeah, Chris. First of all, Chris Gorky. I'm going to let him give his kind of resume and what he's done, but it's great to have him on. But, guys, I've been saying it for years. This head coaching situation is an issue. I hate to say it, honestly, but I'm not even that upset because I knew this could happen. I've been saying it for years that a Franklin coach team is not good. I wanted him fired years ago. The season, honestly, with the way they played today, the season's over, man. Like, we're not going to the playoff.
Yeah. No, they're done.
They're done, and it's crazy. They just lost. This is all I have to say. They just lost to a team that had not one coach they started with at the beginning of the year, no fans in the stands, and an 0-4 team that didn't lead all season. They just lost to them. All right. I've been saying it for years, man. It sucks. I don't want anyone to go through anything bad on my team, but Franklin needs fired. I mean, dude, the hot bro, I'm pulling up Instagram right now just to go through it. If he isn't considered to be fired now, Landon Tengwall said last week.
Yeah, this is a no-brainer. It's been a no-brainer for me for a little bit now, but
Landon Tengwall said last week Franklin will never be fired. And one thing, and I love Landon Tengwall's podcast. Another thing he said was at halftime they make no adjustments under James Franklin, which I wish I could have told him, like, Landon, don't say that, because a game like this, you're hoping that they make adjustments, even if that's true, Landon, which it is. Landon's not lying. I wish he wouldn't have said that because, but last week Landon said Franklin's not going to get fired. I said, I don't know what you're talking about, man. The fan base, next week, if you think they're going to everyone said we're going to beat UCLA, no problem. I knew that wasn't true. I was hopeful because they were so bad. But next week, no one's going to go to the game. Northwestern is, I don't know what's going to happen. That is not a guaranteed win. No game is guaranteed. I said that anything is possible.
No, and they're all playing house money right now. You know what I mean? UCLA was playing loose. This was the first time since 1985 an 0-4 team beat a top 10 team since 1985. That's sad, man. That's sad. So just to touch on, I'm Chris Gorky. First time I've been on the show. I started talking to Mark last week. My resume, I used to write for Rivals. I did player evaluations for a little bit for Rivals till they got bought out by On3. I was friends with the Rivals guy on there, Richie, and he knew I was pretty good at certain things. So he asked me. That's pretty much it. I do have a little connection here and there with insiders. I get little tidbits. Nobody special, nothing, anything too overwhelming. Nothing you don't really get on the message boards except for here. So here, getting back to the Landon Tengwall thing, I think with the whole no adjustment things, You know who else has said that, though, is Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning has said in football, the biggest fallacy you keep hearing is halftime adjustments. Now, I think what they mean is you're not going to change like your whole, like a Jim Knowles defense isn't going to become a Manny Diaz defense. You're not going to change your base defense, your base offense, but there should be tweaks, as they call it. You know, like last year when Oregon and Tez Johnson was killing us the first half, there should have been some tweaks at halftime to stop Tez Johnson. Did they do it or not? Probably not. It doesn't look like they did. But that I do think there should be a degree of tweaks. But Peyton Manning has said the same thing, that it's a big fallacy of halftime adjustments. And as far as him saying Franklin won't be fired, I think the financial standpoint, and this is what I don't understand, they could spend however much money they're spending, $700-800 million to go in the red for a new stadium, but you can't spend $50-60 million to buy the guy out. Like, seriously, how can you come up, and I know you're getting donations for the stadium, but the school is still fronting so much money to go in the red to put up money for the stadium. Buy the guy out already. How much more do people need to see? The guy is clueless. I seen this from years ago coming on. He doesn't know what he's doing. Did you see his press conference this week leading up to the game?
Franklin?
I don't know if you could hear me. Could you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah. So in his press conference, he looked like he was ready to cry. Like, I'm not trying to harp on the guy. I actually kind of feel bad because mentally he's got to be shot right now. But in his press conference, this whole love him up attitude, aw shucks, feel bad. This is why he's not a big time football coach. This is why he can't get over the hump. And someone asked him a question in his press conference. They said it's something to the degree of, is this a good time to maybe go on the road and get off campus? You know, get out of town. His answer just said it all. He goes, oh, yeah, this is definitely a good time to get out of town. So he gets out of town, and what does he do? He's on the fucking road recruiting. He's not even really recruiting. He's visiting commits that have already – he's visiting recruits already committed, okay? He completely had his team unprepared today. That's obvious. This game had the picture-perfect making of a letdown. Another big emotional loss to Oregon. You're going on the road. This had the makings of a letdown. If you're a head coach with any kind of fucking manhood, guts, you got to make sure that this letdown doesn't happen. Like, there's a lot of problems on this team, but this defense, a defense shouldn't give up this many points to fucking UCLA when they hold Oregon to 17 points in regulation. But he's out watching Troy Hoon. He's out doing other things. He didn't do what it took to make sure his team was mentally prepared, because he's feeling sorry for himself in a press conference like he's about to cry. And it's pathetic already. What more do people want to, what more do you need to see? Anybody, and even if they beat UCLA, there was no trust in this guy. They're never getting by Ohio State. I don't know what else to say anymore. I mean, the writing's been on the wall for a while. If this isn't the nail in the coffin, I don't know what is. But, man, it is what it is.
Jared Allen, welcome
but
back.
I love to hear
Chris.
from people, you know. No, I would just like to, like, these people. First of all, you're not going to get honest answers from half the people from message boards because they want to defend the guy. They feel bad for him, and you know, they have connections, professional connections with these guys. So they're always trying to, like, you know, not be too overly honest about the situation with him. But I would like to know, from a financial standpoint, why can't they buy him out? So people in the know, people on the BOT, whoever it is, why can't they buy? You could spend $700-800 million for a stadium renovation. Why can't you buy this guy out? Somebody please tell me that.
So, Chris,
that's all you hear when you go on these message boards and you hear these Franklin dieharders that make $1,000,001 excuses. They always say, "Well, good, you're going to put up the money to buy him out." So why can't the school buy him out?
Yeah, Chris. So
That's all I got.
here's the thing about the buyout. 100% what you say is valid. Here's the thing: the fans. I'm pretty sure they can do this. The fans will buy him out. They will gladly buy him out. He is not liked already. If you have to ask yourself this question, for those of you that have defended Franklin, and no one has really, except for guys on this podcast, Brett, Matt, say like in Austin before, firing Franklin is not the answer. I've been saying it for years, man. As someone who played the sport, and you don't have to play the sport to talk football, not by any means. My where I come from simply is as someone who played the sport, someone who knows football and how it feels to play football, and someone who knows my team. I've been saying it for years, fire Franklin, because I know this guy just doesn't fit. He has all the talent in the world.
Right.
And he cannot win. I've also been saying this for years. When you went into a game with Joe Paterno, you knew you could win. I don't care if they were playing an NFL team.
Yes.
You knew you had a shot to win.
Yes.
James Franklin, this is proof. You can lose any game. This is proof of that. This is a horrible loss, and I really do think that this will lead to him being fired. The buyout, I don't know. But this loss, man, the season's over. We're not going to the playoffs.
The fans don't want to donate. The fans don't want to donate for NIL.
Well, exactly, but they'll donate to have him fired.
There's a delay. I don't mean to cut
will.
you off. I said, I sure as hell hope so. I know they don't like him, but do all these, are there enough whales that don't like? There's whales that don't like him, but are you going to put up their money to get rid of the guy? Your average fan isn't going to be able to chip in $5-10 million bucks to get rid of him. Your average fan doesn't have that. You need very rich people that care enough about this program to get rid of this guy.
Chris, just so you know, there's like a second delay.
To answer David's question here. Yeah, I noticed that. I didn't. That's why I said I'm sorry. I didn't want to cut you off. But to David's question about Jim Knowles, why his D was successful. So Jim Knowles last year, he blitzed the fourth least amount in the Big Ten. He plays a lot of bend but don't break contain. When you play that type of defense, you have to have good edge rushers. You have to get pressure with your front four down linemen. And we don't have that right now. Denai Dennis Sutton is not he's a good player, but he's not a pass rush specialist. He doesn't have the twitch and the quickness of an Abdul Carter or Chop Robinson. Hell of a player, but he's just not a pass rush specialist. Nobody else on the team except Chaz Coleman, who they didn't even play out that I didn't see until the second half, could get consistent pressure. Last year, Ohio State's edges, JT Talamalu and Jack Sawyer, had big years. I don't know if both of them had double-digit sacks. I think one did, one was close, but they had big years. So in Jim Knowles' defense, if you don't get pressure with your four down linemen, you're screwed. And you need better linebackers. And our linebackers, I'm sorry, they're not that good. Amari Campbell's okay. I've been saying for a while, Dom DeLuke, as much as I like the kid, hometown kid, great story, but he's just, athletically, he's in size-wise, he doesn't hold up against the run too well. Of course, the whole D-line got pushed around today, so it's not just on Dom. It's everybody.
Yeah, Chris. So we're getting a ton of.
But you were right about Paternal.
About what?
About what you were saying about Joe, how Paternal wouldn't let this happen. I've made comments before, and I mean this sincerely. I'm 48 years old, okay, and I've loved sports my whole life, played sports. In my lifetime, there have been two sports. You know how a player gets in another player's head? And I said this, and I'm not trying to be corny. I mean this sincerely. How a player could get in another player's head. In my lifetime as a fan, there have been two sports figures that have gotten into my head where I knew no matter what happens, no matter how good, how much talent you have, we're not getting over the hump. I was a diehard Charles Barkley fan, 76er fan, late 80s, early 90s. They'd win the Atlantic Division, beat the Cavs the first round of the playoffs. But I knew no matter how good of a team they had, when they faced Michael Jordan in the playoffs, they were done. Michael Jordan was in my head. I knew as a Sixer fan, they weren't getting by him. The only other player I felt, our sports figures, I felt this strongly about is James Franklin. You could give James Franklin the Philadelphia Eagles roster and he will fuck it up. The guy doesn't have it anymore. He never did have it. He just got you to a certain level, but he couldn't get over the hump.
All right. So, guys, keep commenting. We will go through them. If you can stay on, I hope you do. We're going to be on here God knows how long. But we'll answer your comments. Again, they're popping up on the side, so don't worry about that. And they're popping up on the front here. I have the –
I see them.
I have them on the stage right now. So so here's the thing, man. Like, just going through Instagram, obviously it's going to be blowing up. Like I said, I've been saying it for years, man, that Franklin, and it's clear that he is not a Division I Big Ten coach. Jim Knowles, apparently, there's OSU fans in the chat right now. You guys can talk crap. I don't care. I mean, we personally don't deserve it, but Penn State does. The team, the staff does.
We have no defense.
No. It's one of those things, man, where this is the most talented team Penn State's probably ever had in terms of coming into the season. They filled in all the gaps. They brought in Amari Campbell, A.J. Harris last year. They brought in all these receivers. They have two of the best backs in the country coming into the season. And this is the result. I mean, the season is over, man. And Franklin needs to go. I wanted to talk recruiting with you and Brett tonight because I thought we would at least win. But I knew it was possible that we wouldn't. But talking recruiting, what's the point, man? Because I don't even know if we're going to have a head coach. And it literally could be where Franklin doesn't even get on the plane coming back. They could fire him. I mean, if you don't fire Franklin, what is the point of keeping him as the head coach right now? I mean, this is the epitome of James Franklin as a coach at Penn State. The epitome. I thought last week was the epitome.
Yeah.
And you think fans are pissed off last week? My God. Look at it now. They just lost. Chris, they just lost to an 0-4 team that had no coaches and no fans in the stands. They just lost to them. That UCLA had not led all year for 1 second. 1 second, they didn't lead all year, and we just lost to them. We didn't have the lead once.
That's sad, man. It's sad. All he had to do is make sure his team was ready. Just make sure your team, of course, is going to be natural. Your players are going to be a little let down. You got to make sure as a head coach, you know you got the rest of the season to play for. You still have a great shot at the playoffs. As a head coach, you make sure your team is ready. That's all you had to do, and you win that game. Instead, he's out there feeling sorry for himself, going to watch. I saw a thing. Somebody posted a thing on I don't know, it was Twitter or something. He was watching a game, and people were heckling him at a high school game he was just at the other night. I mean, he should bow out himself. If you're James Franklin, don't you want to leave? Why do you want to put up with this abuse? Do us a favor and fucking leave.
Brett, just so you know, Chris is about a second delay, just so you know. So, but it seems to be a little better now. But this is blowing up, obviously. For those of you guys that are tuning in, please subscribe, support the channel. Joined by Chris Gorky here. To me, he's an insider. He commented last week, and Chris and I have been talking ever since. We're in a group with me and Brett. So, Chris has been Chris, you're an addition to the podcast as far as I'm concerned. You can come on anytime you want. But
no, I appreciate that, but please, I'm really not an insider. I'm not an insider. I just get tidbits of information sometimes, and I'm pretty good at player evaluations. But I wouldn't say I'm exactly an insider. I just every now and then I hear stuff.
You're you know a lot
I'll share
information. You know a lot of insider information, and you're a great addition. In the sense that you love the team, you're a diehard fan. So that's the requirement to be on this podcast. And, you know, we're never going to drop any names or anything. The only names that will be dropped is what you say. So, but, yeah, Brett, we kind of already gave our thoughts. There's not much to say. Brett's wearing sunglasses, so I threw mine on.
Yeah, I know.
Uh-oh. Brett's already done. Yeah, Gatron Allen got 9 touches this game. How about that?
Listen. If anybody wants to know why Frank, just another reason Franklin sucks coach. So going into this game, Katron was averaging close to 8 yards a carry, 7-8 yards a carry. I think Nick was around 3 or 4 yards. Versus Oregon, Nick Singleton had like 1.9 yard average. Katron had 7. Why is it so hard for a coach to see Nick Singleton struggling, Katron Allen's the better back, and yet they still split carries? Like, he still wants to share carries with him. Like, he's not playing. He just it's retarded. Like, it just doesn't. This is something of a better running. This guy's a better running back than this guy. So this guy's going to be the number 1 back. To me, Nick Singleton's not even RB2. He would be like RB4 or 5 because the guys behind him are better.
Yeah, and while we were during the game, Brett was pointing out how good of a game Drew Aller had. And you know what's sad, man?
It wasn't bad. He was a leading rusher. He fought hard. Like, he was actually fighting. Our defense was awful.
Yeah, you know what's sad?
He did.
I'm gonna hold up.
He fought hard.
Yeah, he played fine. He had like 5 incompletions, man. Like, it's not bad at all. From what he was asked to do, I mean.
You know what's sad? This is his stats right here. And what did it literally means nothing.
Yeah.
It means nothing because they lost.
Yeah.
And bro, I'm sorry, guys. The comments are blowing up, and I promise you, we will answer them. Keep commenting. They're on the side there, but right under Brett's chin. But
they're not. You can't come back 27-7. Like, you're not coming back from that, dude. First half, we knew it was over. They're not coming back from there.
The season's over, Brett. Like, we're not going to playoff.
No, it's over. Yeah.
And Drew's going to sit out of the bowl game.
Drew?
And go ahead, Chris.
No, I was just going to say, like, this is another thing. So Franklin made a comment in his press conference last week. I think it was his press conference somewhere, that Drew plays better when he's running. Like, he said, some quarterbacks like Trace needed to run it. It's like Clifford needed to pass. He said Drew's better when he starts running and passing early, when he, like, running the ball early, loosen him up, he plays loose. They wait till the fourth quarter against Oregon to do that, and they wait to the second half to do that. So why are you, like, if you know this, and clearly, even though Drew's not a fast, dual threat guy, he does well running the football. Why did you wait till the second half again? After you just said in your press conference, he does better running the ball. Why do you wait? These guys are so fucking lost. It's sickening. It's sickening.
The main thing that lost us the game. I mean,
then people will say, if not Franklin, then who?
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, man. Like, we know what we have with Franklin, okay? So the whole, who are you going to hire? I don't know, man. I'm not the president of the damn university. I don't know. All I know is we know what we have with Franklin, and that's mediocrity. For Penn State, this is a whole new world, but mediocrity is what we are at Penn State. Penn State, we should be winning national titles, at least fighting for – we should be in the top 8 every single year in the playoff, at least, with all the talent we have. And then Franklin comes back and says, well, a win's a win, and most programs would kill to be 10-2 every year. Franklin, you don't need to be the coach here, man. You don't get it. You do not get it. And on top of that, I know people don't like him. And if the fans can buy him out, they will. And Chris, to answer what you said earlier, no, the fans can't donate $5 million here and there, but what they can do with the largest living alumni base in the country, multiply $5 by that many people, everyone hates Franklin. You're going to buy him out, and you're going to pay the next coach. So
I know, but I hope you're right, but I don't think that's going to happen. It just doesn't work like that. Like I know at Auburn from a person I know who shared this information with me that, and here's an issue with another thing with Penn State. At a place like Auburn, certain big donors like mega donors, whales, will donate if they could have a little bit of a say. And I this guy told me Auburn had like, I don't know how true it is, but like Auburn had like 6 mega donors that bought out not Harsin, but the coach they had before Harsin, the guy assigned, I think, North Carolina now or whatever. They put their money up, these mega donors, to buy him out, but they were able to have a say in the next head coach. Penn State's not going to do that. They're not going to give these mega donors a say. And I know a whale. I know one whale specifically, and I can't say his name, but he says that this is another issue with Penn State, right or wrong, how we feel about it, that a lot of whales don't want to donate because they won't give them a say at all, or something to that effect. And I don't see all these fans. I know what NIL, they didn't, and I know this is different from NIL, but I mean, half the people didn't even know about NIL. And a lot of these alumni, they're only getting a very small portion of alumni donating. Like, I don't think you're going to get even 50% of the people. What are they going to do? Put a big poll up and say, here, don't start a website, donate to Fire Franklin? How are you going to get all that money? From the average fan, I don't think it's going to work that way. Wish it would.
I mean, if you get 100,000 people to donate $10, I mean, that's $1 million right there.
They might be calling Adidas right now. Hey, when can you guys pay us? Because we need that money now. I mean, when is Adidas going to cough up the money? Because there it is right there.
And Brett, we'll get your thoughts quick, and then Chris, I'm going to have you repeat.
There's about 15 million right there.
Yep. Chris, I'm going to have you repeat what you said on Big Ten Huddle 5 months ago, and then what you said to us in terms of NIL. What you said 5 months ago, literally all played out. Literally all of it played out. I mean, you really know your stuff. So I'm sorry if we don't get to the comments, guys. They're really coming in quick. So, again, we'll try to get to all of them. But I think at the end of the day, man, I think he's going to be fired. I mean, and this is what I was hoping for. I was hoping that this new stadium would be a rebirth with a new coach, because we know what we have with Franklin. He does not deserve to have the new stadium. He doesn't deserve to have this loyal fan base. There's going to be no one at the game next week, bro. And next week, to say that everyone said we're going to beat UCLA, no problem. We're going to beat the brakes off of them. That should have happened.
I never saw us losing to UCLA. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think anyone did. That's sickening, dude. It's absolutely diabolical. There's no words to describe it. Jim Knowles, man, Tony Rojas isn't out there. You got to scheme around it. You did nothing to scheme around it. You gave no spy to Nico, like you were saying earlier tonight during the game. Unbelievable, man. Drew had 80 yards rushing, more than any running back on our team. We didn't have time to run the ball. We were playing catch up the whole game. I don't know. I mean, Kolonicki was ass again, but wasn't as bad as last week. Jim Knowles lost us this game with help from James Franklin. The worst call you can possibly do. The 2-minute drill before the end of the half, you take 0 timeouts, you waste 40 seconds off the clock and don't get the first down. And then you let UCLA kick a field goal to go up 20 points. That was the turn in the game was the middle eight. The middle eight is what lost us the game. Even if we would have won the game, people still need fired because that was a pathetic showing of defense, dude. Penn State is a defensive team every year. We gave up 27 in the first half to a team that is scoring 14 points a game. That's unbelievable, man. It's inexcusable. The offense did what they could to fight back. It's not the offense's fault today. It's really not. They did what they could to fight back. Drew kept himself calm the whole time. He didn't throw a fit. He did what he could, but when you're down 20 effing points, what are you going to do, huh? You're not going to do shit because we're down 20 points.
Yeah,
when the defense can't stop a freaking nosebleed for shit. No pressure on the quarterback other than Amari Campbell once or twice. Just terrible, man. Like, we look like a JV. It's a JV setup. We look like a JV middle school team out there on defense, man. I don't know what else to say. Just horrific. With a block punt going for a touchdown, we still lose.
Here's the thing too, Brett. Between last week and what happened, couldn't move the ball. Drew Aller throws the interception at the end. This week, defense shits the bed. Aller does great. And what's it mean? What's it all come down to? It comes down to the coaching. That's what it comes down to, man. It comes down to. And I saw
people trying to gut Drew on social media after the game. Like, Drew didn't lose us the game. Did you watch the freaking game or did you look at the box score? Drew didn't do anything to lose us the game, dude.
The play calling sucked.
The 4th and 2 play call was the worst call I've seen in my life.
Yeah, it was 4th and 2 all over again.
30 seconds left. We do a fake run, a play that takes 40 seconds to develop, and he gets sacked, basically. Just do a regular passing play, dude. It's 4th and 2. Just do a regular passing play or let Drew make a play, and he can run for another 2 yards. He already ran for 80. Worst play call I've ever seen in my life. Just atrocious. Let's see what some people are saying, I guess.
Connor Griffin just said on Instagram, he said, shit, man. He said, hold on. Oh, God.
Yeah, not spying Nico is insane. He had 150 yards rushing, dude. Like, what are we talking about?
Connor Griffin, he posts some pretty good videos. I guess he's a former Penn State soccer player. He said, James Franklin would always point out that, yeah, we may never win the big games, but at least we take care of business against inferior opponents. And, hey, all these other teams in college football get upset, but we never do. How's that looking right now? Dude, I know Franklin, and Chris pointed this out. Chris made a good point. He has to, he's going to keep it he's going to speak like a politician at press conferences, but the stuff that he says, man, everything that he says, especially in press conference, I'm like, dude, this is such bullshit. Seriously. I don't believe a word this guy says. I just, everything he says, man, I'm just like, this is just blah, 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 blah. Cost 22. What are we off on Drew? Is Belichick available?
I think you're way off on Drew. Tonight, Drew hasn't been good this year, but tonight or today,
I'm not sure what he's referring to. Praising Drew, or I'm not sure. But I mean,
Drew played fine. He didn't play bad. That's what I'm saying. Like, he didn't. If you think Drew lost us the game, then you need to rewatch the game right fucking now, bro. Like, right now, go watch it again. He didn't lose us the game. Your defense gave up 42 points to UCLA.
He didn't lose us the game, but he also didn't do enough to win.
He's supposed to come back from 20? What are you talking about, dude?
No. Like, they had the ball more than enough times to score more.
The play calling, 4th and 2, wasn't his play call. He did the play call.
Yeah, it's 4th and 5 all over. At the end of the day, man, like, honestly, you know what you have with Drew Aller. You know what you have with our whole team. Yeah. The offense has to be tailored around that. You're running. I mean, all the credit goes to UCLA. Like, that 4th and 2, for example. Yeah. I mean, they knew what they were going to. They knew what they were going to call, bro.
They blew it up. Yeah,
they did it last week, and they would have gotten Pena too if he handed the ball to Pena. First of all,
and then Nicky Masterclass.
Again, they just got outcoached by a team with no coaches, no fans there, and an 0-4 record that hadn't led a game for a second all year. They just lost that. I mean, if that's not coaching, man, I don't know what it is. And I feel bad for our players. I feel bad for every single one of our players. At the end of the game, I think it was Dom DeLuca. He's like on his knees, like trying to get up. I'm like, dude, I feel so bad for him. I feel bad for all these players. They don't deserve this. And most importantly, man, the fans that support the players don't deserve it. And the fans that go to support the players, they're not there to support Franklin. They're there to support the players. They are there. That we don't deserve it. We don't deserve any of it. And Franklin, again, as I said 2 weeks ago, he's going to come out with this stupid tweet. We need everyone. Franklin, honest to God, dude, you got to stop. Seriously. You're turning fans away when you tweet that out because no one likes you, okay? It is the coaching. The common denominator is across the board, it's Franklin, okay? I texted Matt and Brett today. I said, you know what? I said, I think Franklin just needs more time. You compare the first 12 seasons of Joe Paterno at Penn State, the first 12 seasons of Franklin, Joe had a better record and better seasons overall, but I thought we just need to give him time. Bro, this loss right here, this ends our season, and this is the epitome of a James Franklin coach team. They are cooked, bro. They're done. They're done. And Brett, it's sad, man. I'm not even that mad because I knew this could happen, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Did I think it would happen? Absolutely. I mean, did I think it would happen? No, I thought we would win, but I knew it was possible.
I thought it was possible to lose to a team with a winning record. Yeah, sure. An 0-4 team that is scoring 14 points a game, and you let them put up 27 in the first half is just – there's no words that are in the dictionary for me to say what the hell that was.
And here's the thing, man. Like Minnesota, when they lost in 2019, they showed Tony He coached the Colts. Tony Dungy. They showed Tony Dungy. I think he was at the game, and he was wearing a Minnesota shirt because I guess that's where he played. And it was Sunday Night Football. They were like, "Oh, look, Tony Dungy's wearing his Minnesota stuff. They beat Penn State yesterday." Bro, Jerry Neuheisel's dad, Rick Neuheisel, is a personality on CBS. Yeah. They kept showing him cheering. They kept showing him doing this and that. Now, he totally deserves that. I don't think they should do that as a network. I think that's bias. But it's the same thing all over again, man. Yeah. They're showing the kid's dad. This kid never called. I don't think he was ever an OC in his life. And he put up 42 points against Penn State. They're supposed to have one of the best defenses in the country with Jim Knowles, who is supposedly one of the best defensive coordinators in the country. And they can't. I mean, bro, this kid stepped in from the tight end coach and did that to Penn State. Are you kidding me? They got out-coached by a tight end. James Franklin just got out-coached by a tight end coach from last week.
Yeah.
Are you effing kidding me, bro? Are you kidding me? So, I don't know what else to say. Brett, what else do you have to say?
I mean, I already told you guys, Jim Knowles, welcome to the Burger King staff as the assistant manager. I mean, that's what it is, man. I mean, I think he'll do good as an assistant manager. He just can't manage anything else. He can't be a full-on manager. That was the worst play calling I've ever seen. I mean, the defense, the tackling, all of it was bad. Our defensive line got bulldozed. They gashed us with – even the running back was running all over us. Not spying Nico, that's coaching there. That's coaching. Yeah. You can't expect them to spy him if they're not told to. So, I don't know. I mean, if you would have told me that our defense is going to lose it, what's that?
We got a player in the chat. We got a current player in the chat. He's sitting in the bus right now on his burner account, commenting on our podcast. Man. I don't know which player it is, but he's on the team right now. I need to go out front and take down my PSU flag. All right, man, we'll wait for you.
If you were gonna tell me that our defense was gonna lose us this game today, I would tell you you're crazy. It has to be the offense. It was by far the defense.
Here's the thing: we've seen it in the past. You know what I mean? Now, did I predict this? Hell no. But am I surprised? Absolutely not. And then Drew comes back.
No, I'm surprised by the defensive performance. That's what I'm surprised.
Yeah. I'm surprised too. But at the same time, like we knew it was possible. You know, they've done it before. The defense blows a game. They've done it before. Tom Allen did it last year. Chris,
I thought if anything, the defense would have played well this game.
They were.
Am I still on a delay? Mark, listen, drop the link in the chat and it might not delay because I go on, I do other lives, and if you drop it in the chat, it's usually not that bad.
It's in the private chat. You see it?
Yeah, but I got to go out and come back in. All right.
right.
Hold on. Yeah, I got it. Just give me a second.
We'll get Chris's what he said on Big Ten Huddle 5 months ago, because everything he said directly correlates to what we are seeing right now. But Brett, if and when does Franklin get fired?
What's that?
If and when does Franklin get fired?
If and when?
Or if he does get fired, when?
Mid-season. I don't think he's not going to be fired after this game. I don't think they'll do it.
Chris, when does Franklin get fired?
Mid-season after we lose to Ohio State.
I don't know. If he gets fired, I don't think it'll be till the end of the year.
Yeah, possibly.
Oh, this
because we're not going to the playoff, man. There's no way in hell. Let's say we win out.
We're fighting for our life to win out to go to the Citrus Bowl. That's what we're doing.
Bro, even if they win out, they're not going to the playoff. Notre Dame would get in over us.
They'll go to the Citrus Bowl and play a Kentucky.
and Drew will sit out. We'll
play Kentucky and lose in the Citrus Bowl again. It'll be like deja vu all over again.
If he gets fired, I really don't think it will be until the end of the season, because they're gonna have to come up with the money, and I don't think they're gonna come up with it as quick as you think. Yeah, they're not going to come up with it as quick as you think, and there's going to be some serious talks about where we're going to get the money from. You know, I mean, I don't know why the school can't just go in the red a little bit more if they have to. If they're going in the red for an $800 million
they're already in the
stadium.
Red.
But you know, another thing I want to say is when people always say they always say who else would you get? Who's better? Listen, you don't know who would apply for this job until you post it. Like, nobody in the world thought Brian Kelly was going to end up at LSU when LSU opened the job up. You know, or nobody was picking him to go to LSU. Not saying Brian Kelly's a great coach, right? I'm just saying you don't know until the job's posted. I mean, it's still Penn State. It's an attractive job. It's a blue blood program. So to act like you can't get anybody else is crazy, or anybody better. Because you can. And the point you made about Joe Paterno, how you felt better in bigger games. You know, 1992 was the first year my family had season tickets. It was a year before they went in the Big Ten. They started off on fire, 5-0. They had this big home game versus number 1 Miami come into town. It was an awesome game, but they lost. They went on to lose like 4 or 5 other games. I think they finished like 6-5 that year or something like that. Joe Paterno vowed to not let that happen again. He said, I spent too much time on the road doing other things at like little events that people want me to speak for. He goes, I have to be with my team more to vow that this never happens again. And look what he did. He turned it around. 2 years later, he went undefeated. And you just, you know, Joe had some struggles versus big teams too, but you at least felt confident in him. When you went into a bowl game with Joe Paterno, he was great in bowl games because you give him that much time to prepare, he could beat you. That was the word on him.
He was a real coach.
When Joe in the 90s, when he was still kind of in his prime in the 90s, he was beating Ohio State once every 3 years or so. This guy can't do it. And everybody makes 1,000,001 excuses. I mean, I see these guys on message boards that make so many excuses for him. So, I mean, enough already. But unfortunately, I just don't know. I don't think until the end of the year anything changes. I really don't. You know, and the NIL stuff, oh, man, people are sick of hearing me talk about that. That's a whole other issue with this guy.
All right, Chris.
I mean, I can talk about that if you want.
Yeah, Chris, that's what I was just going to do. So go into you were on Big Ten Huddle 5 months ago. Dive into what you discussed on there and what you've told me this week, because it directly correlates. It directly correlates to what happened today. So
okay, I for the record, I was at 4 NIL events, and you know they don't want you sharing things there. But at this point, I really don't give a fuck because they don't, you know, the way they treated me and the way this team is, I just don't care. Why am I wasting my money? So they don't. Franklin, they never had a lot of NIL. I do think they're starting to turn it around now. I think this Adidas thing was the best thing that ever happened to them. I do think they're spending more now. But Franklin never wants to spend a lot on NIL. Where other programs are spending $300,000 to get a stud, Penn State wants to spend maybe $100,000. He doesn't like getting aggressive on NIL. I think the Keandre Lambert-Smith incident really crushed him. He's scared to death of upsetting his locker room. He's scared to death. And I had an NIL guy tell me this directly twice who works for the staff. His main job is NIL stuff. Okay. He told me directly, he goes, but the problem is if we give some of these big time recruits what they're asking for, then we have like a couple other veterans that come and then they want the same big money. But that's every school. You have to manage that. Okay, you can't be so scared. The one thing is with this supposed great roster he had with Drew, with Denai, Nick, Katron, these guys all came to Penn State right at the first year of NIL before it blew up. If they were coming out now, you're not getting all these big time 5-star studs or high 4-stars. You're not getting them as much. Okay, and he doesn't want to spend a lot in NIL. He wants guys to be like a Saquon Barkley, come in all humble and earn it. And then once they earn it, they'll pay them. Because if you notice, they do good in retention. They never lose many guys that are all that great. I mean, Abdul Carter got huge offers. I know there was just one donor that was giving Abdul Carter $50,000 a year or $50,000 a month from one donor. But Franklin won't use NIL to get big time recruits. He thinks he could just give them like little, like half of what other schools give them. And he thinks he could get like low floor guys instead of like a 98, like a Joey O'Brien, one of the best safeties in the country. He thinks he could go get like a borderline 4-star and coach them up. And you can't win like that. Like, you can't do that. Brandon Finney, I was told, who's going to be an All-American corner. I mean, everybody knows the talent Oregon gets. Brandon Finney, for the people that don't know, was with the 2025 recruiting class. He's perhaps the best corner of his class, a 5-star from Maryland, from McDonough, where we've always had a pipeline. Okay, he went to Oregon because of NIL. He wanted to go to Penn State. I was told, the kids he's starting on Oregon now. The talent Oregon gets, and as a freshman, this kid started, and he locked us down last week. He locked our receivers down. We could have had him for $400,000. I was told he wanted $400,000, not per year, just $400,000 NIL deal, and he was ours. That's Ohio State gives that to guys that hardly see the field. That's not $400,000 for a lockdown corner that's starting right now on Oregon is very worth it. It's very worth it. They didn't want to do it.
Yep. And
I think Keandre Lambert-Smith, when we brought Julian Fleming in, I know we gave Fleming a pretty big NIL deal. I know it was like around $400,000, $500,000, but it was a pretty good deal. Keandre Lambert-Smith got pissed off, said, listen, I've been with the program this whole time for 3 years. I have double the production. I want the same thing. Now, this is another issue of how the staff could have handled things better. And Lambert-Smith could have handled things better himself. He held out. He acted like an NFL guy. He held out, didn't go to camp, didn't do anything. He thought holding out would force the staff's hand. The staff didn't budge, but they also didn't try to contact them to work things out. And that's why he left. And that caused a little ripple in the locker room. And I think ever since that happened, Franklin said, I'm very sensitive to my locker room. And ever since that happened, he just is not big on giving. Now they're getting more aggressive. I know they gave Luke Wayful a pretty good offer, but they weren't going to match USC. But I think they're coming around a little bit with it, but it's not where it needs to be. And I don't want to hear they don't have money. They might not have Oregon or Texas money, but listen, they're getting around. Football's getting about $15 million in revenue. With this Adidas deal, that's supposed to be like around $20 million or north of $20 million. Football is going to be getting about $15 million of that. That's $30 million. And then just other NIL donations, even if it's just $10 million as a lowball number, that's $40 million a year to build a roster. You cannot tell me the money is not there now to go out and get top recruits. But you can't be so scared of worrying about what a starter is going to say. It's big boy football. They didn't want to hire a general manager. Their general manager reminded me of some frat geek that they call a general manager. He sits there, smiles at you, and says, "Oh yeah, we'll do better." Like, this is big time college football. It's semi-pro football right now. You got to step up and do what you got to do to run your organization like that. USC has a ton of money, but they were losing a lot of guys, okay, because there was an issue getting from what I was told by a USC insider, the money getting to guys wasn't always getting there on time or the full amount. They hired a GM, and boom, they just took off in recruiting and were great. Recruiting-wise, I mean, like this last recruiting class, it's not a – so this program reminds me, it's like run by a bunch of college frat geeks, a bunch of JV guys who just sit there, smile, and they don't know what the fuck they're doing. That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah. James Franklin at the end of the first half.
The whole program needs.
Go ahead, Chris.
No, it's just the whole program needs a reset. The whole program needs a reset. No SEC blue blood programs put up with this shit. It needs a reset. Texas, if Sark keeps like losing these big games, they ain't gonna keep them. Nobody puts up with this shit. Why should Penn State?
We shouldn't. And what pissed me off the most was at the end of the first half, Franklin goes up to Jenny Dell and she asked him about the struggles. He's like, "Yeah, we just got to execute better. You know, we got to be like." He was so unbothered by their performance. Like, I want to see you pissing down your leg, just like you did with the coaching performance you did. I want to see piss coming down your freaking leg, dude, because that was a trash coaching job. I don't want to see this. Yeah, we just got to – no, like that's own it. Own your shit, man.
I've been saying it for years, man. Been saying it for years. I'm not saying it to be like, oh, I was right. Like, dude, I've been saying it for freaking years, man. Look at Joe Korsich. Joe, how do you say your last name? I'm sorry, man. Chris, by the way, Joe, friend of the show, his dad played for Joe Paterno. He has some rings from when he played. He said, "Nothing but pain. My dad is very upset." That's sad, man. That's sad. And as much as Franklin brings in these Letterman, man, he does not care how we feel at all.
My dad's 80-some years old.
All these guys return for what? This is another thing.
Yeah.
This 22 class, bro, look at how it ends.
Wasted.
This is pathetic. Pathetic. This 22 class, look how it's ending. This is horrible. Damn.
So something I want to say, like based on what Brett just said, to piggyback off of like what Franklin said at halftime. Now I know coaches at halftime, they want to keep their composure or whatever, but just to sum up what Brett's saying, when this season collapsed in 2020, right? Remember the 2020 COVID year? Right. Okay. Now, do you remember when it hit its breaking point? And I don't know if it was after the Iowa game, Maryland game, but somebody asked Franklin, "How do you fix this?" Do you know what he said? You know what he said? He goes, "It starts with love." He goes, "It starts with love." He is the opposite of a Nick Saban, kick ass, get in your face, fix shit. He's the opposite of taking the bull by the horns. Like I got a guy who texted me, one of my friends that gives me info, that doesn't like Franklin all anymore. You support him. He's always saying, "Love him up, Frankie, love him up, love him up." That's the guy doesn't know how to fix it. He just thinks if he goes past the guy on the back and maybe he takes him for a kumbaya out in California, they'll go visit a national park, go to the redwoods and hang out under a tree and have a picnic or something. This is what this guy like. I mean, I'm exaggerating. I'm just saying this is this guy's mindset. He's not an alpha. He's not an alpha coach.
Not at all.
And he never has been. He was about to cry in the press conference. I mean, it's run by a bunch of fucking JV guys that look like they're college frat geeks that just they're fucking pussies. That's all I got to say.
Chris, the NIL guys, you kind of talked about that, but the NIL situation is like it's not good. Like it's not being run by good people, basically.
So here's another thing about the NIL. I like I said, I do think it's improving. Okay, I do think it's improving with Adidas. And I know Pat Kraft, like I told you, for a certain very good recruit, has stepped in and said, no, we're getting this guy a deal. I think what Adidas is improving, and I think for certain recruits, they do get more aggressive. But he doesn't want, they're still scared to go all in. And here's another thing that's just so crazy about this school. Happy Valley United, okay, they're collective. One of the main gripes that they had, one of the issues they had is they were not, the school or the powers that be, whether it's the athletic office, whoever, will not give Happy Valley United the alumni list so they could reach out to all the alumni to notify them of events, to ask for donations, okay? And this is a problem. Like, and I even worked, with Michael Mowdy slightly. I hooked Michael Mowdy up with a guy who was able to get a lot of alumni information. And, he thanked me, all that happy horse shit. But, like, the powers that be at this school, like, there's chapter alumni on Facebook. And I remember this one guy saying he posted about alumni donations or about, like, he posted Happy Valley United's information on Facebook, this chapter alumni's Facebook. And whoever runs the chapter alumni for this organization took it down. They took it down and said, don't do that again. They're fighting over donations. Then they'll sit there and say, well, if we give you guys this donor list, then those donors are going to be donating to your cause instead of ours. Like, this is what goes on at this fucking school. It's sad. It's fucking sad. And the Whales don't want to give to Franklin. How much does he give to NIL football? Not much. I don't think he gives anything, to be honest with you. He might donate a little bit for the stadium, but he doesn't give NIL. And from what I was told, Franklin doesn't want to. Yeah, it's sad. Largest alumni association in the country. They graduate the most CEOs than anybody out there. There's more CEOs working to graduate from Penn State than anywhere in the country, and they struggle. But then again, why the fuck you want to give your money to this guy when he doesn't want to go use it to go get recruits, to go get top recruits? Joey O'Brien, we gave the fifth largest offer for an in-state stud, and we gave like the fifth largest offer for. I mean, come on, man. Like, enough's enough.
Oh, God, man. Oh. So, Chris, because at this point, man, this is what we're looking at, right? If we don't fire Franklin, because this is, I said at the beginning of the year, we could go 12-0, 10-2, or 8-4. And at this point, man, we could lose to Iowa, we lose to Ohio State, Indiana, Nebraska, Michigan State. Bro, we could literally not go to a bowl game.
We can lose to anybody. We just lost to an 0-4 team.
Exactly. We just lost to the worst team we've played all year.
It's the worst team in FBS before this.
It might be the best thing that can happen.
Now they're a powerhouse, apparently, because they destroyed us. So, I don't know, man.
Listen, the best thing that could happen is we lose every fucking game, so the school has no choice but to get rid of this guy. Because if he somehow rallies and wins 2-3 more games and beat, then they might have a reason to keep him. We need this guy gone.
Like Pop-Tarts,
we need
guys.
this guy gone. He should be, just send him to Kumbaya.
Hey, when you guys go to the bathroom tomorrow, it will remind you this is the game we're playing in, the toilet bowl. That's the bowl game we're going to, the toilet bowl. We're going to be lucky if we even play in warm weather. That's how bad this is. This is a nightmare scenario, Brett. You said it at the beginning of the year. You said that would be a dumpster fire situation. That's where we're at, Yeah,
we're 3-2.
Bro, we're 3-2. We just lost to UCLA, man. Oh my God, this is so bad. This is so bad. But hey, listen,
worst team in the Big Ten. He made history. Franklin made history.
Like I said, guys, I don't say this to make anybody mad. I don't say this to rub it in. I've been saying this for years. I've been saying it for freaking years, bro. This guy. And I hate it, man, because I want I want to win for him more than anybody, honestly, because I think he's a very, very hard worker, frankly. But he said it in his opening presser. First of all, he gave props to Joe Paterno, which I have a lot of respect for. And then he brought back all these lettermen. And he said, I don't sleep. I get like 4 to 6 hours a night. That's all I need. So I think he's a hard worker, honestly. But God damn. Like with this NIL stuff, this is unacceptable. That is unacceptable that we lose to Joey O'Brien, Chris. That is unacceptable. He went to Notre Dame. He went to Notre Dame. Are you kidding me right now? Notre Dame? Really?
It wasn't just Joey O'Brien. I mean, in the end of June, we got some good recruits here and there, but in June of this past year was when all our top targets were going to make a decision. And there were 5 big-time top targets. You had Joey O'Brien. You had Kerry Adams, who was one of the top. A lot of people think he's the top corner. He's another Brandon Finney. You had Grayson McCoo. You had Damari Simeon, who was their top D tackle recruit. There's somebody. Oh, and Luke Wafel. And we went 0-5. We went 0, and I'm totally shocked. We went 0-5. Knowing how he is with NIL, I'm not shocked. We went 0-5 for our top D end, whose brother plays for Penn State, whose family fucking loves Penn State. We lost out on him because USC wanted to give him $2.5 million or whatever it was. Damari Simeon we're on him forever. Goes to Ohio State. And then Joey O'Brien. And do you know LaSalle's head coach for Joey O'Brien's high school head coach said that it would be a crime if Penn State loses out to Joey O'Brien because of money. He said that earlier on in his recruitment. And that's what happened. There's another guy that said from what he heard was connections down at LaSalle that the LaSalle kids with McCoo and O'Brien wanted to go to Penn State. Now, I did hear actually they did give McCoo a better offer than Notre Dame, but McCoo's family supposedly comes from a pretty wealthy family and education's really important to him. But they could have had Joey O'Brien. They could have. And the way Notre Dame got offered him so much was they tried to justify to their top donors because he wants to play receiver too. So they justified it by paying him as a receiver, as a two-way player, as a receiver and a safety. And he got a pretty good deal. But for Penn State to come in 5th in the bidding war, and that's another thing. Like their guys at this one at NIL event said, "Oh, we don't really go after 5 stars all that much. Penn State's not known for that because they come with a high price tag." This is what this guy said. You want people to give you money, and you're saying this, and he said come with a high price tag, and he said he goes, "We will never be the highest bidders. We'll never be the highest bidders." Okay. Then don't go ask people for their fucking money. Don't go ask people for money if you want to play the NIL game like a fucking pussy. I think the only thing the school does good is their strength and conditioning program. That's about it.
Yeah.
Program,
I definitely don't like Clifford, and I don't really like Drew, his mental ability. Yeah, O'Brien went to Notre Dame because of NIL. Yeah, Joe. Watch. I don't remember what episode it was, but Chris talks about this. He left because of NIL. Yes, Marvin Harrison.
Now he really likes Notre Dame, but it was definitely because of NIL.
Jared Allen said we missed on Marvin Harrison. Dude, we've missed out on a lot of players, man. I mean,
when it's a wide receiver, though, Brian Hartline's getting anybody he wants. We're not getting anybody that he wants. That's what it comes down to. Anybody that Brian Hartline wants, he's going to get them. We're not.
Chris, what do you think about that?
It's not happening.
With Brian Hartline? Well, yeah, I mean, but here's the thing: they also earn that because look how they develop receivers. Look what they do with them. So yeah, exactly. and they're not afraid to pay for them. You know. Yeah. So it's they develop that. It's
Philadelphia is a weird area. Like there's a lot of Ohio State fans in Philadelphia area. It doesn't make sense, but it's true. I've met them.
I don't know, man. I mean, it's development, like Chris said. It's money. I mean, money talks, Brett. You know, Brian Hartline's good, but I mean, if you're paying guys,
development. They go to the NFL first round every year. That's what it is. The money's
bro,
nice.
they have the number one receiver in like the next 3 classes.
Pretty much every year they get a top 1, top 2, top 3 guy. Yeah.
So
we could have gotten
a comment I want to make about the guy that was talking about
we were never getting
Drew, or whoever it was. Here's the difference between Clifford and Drew. Clifford had limited ability. He didn't have the talent ceiling of Drew and the ability of Drew. But the thing with, I'm not a Drew Aller fan because I've seen a lot of issues with the guy of more than just coaching. But with Sean Clifford, he maximized his ability. Like, you got everything you could out of Clifford, and Clifford wasn't afraid to get the ball out and get the ball downfield. Clifford was an alpha, was a leader. Could you say with Drew Aller they've maximized his ability, or he's maximized his ability? Not even close.
No, it's been terrible.
So,
nope.
And if you think about it,
go ahead, Chris.
Sorry, I know this delay sucks, but
That's
you think about this, the last time we are Penn State and we struggle, we can't have a downfield passing attack. How fucked up is that? Ricky Ronnie, and I'm not saying Ricky Ronnie was a great offensive coordinator, but Ricky Ronnie was the last offensive coordinator where we had a regular offense that could score points and could get the ball downfield. Think about that. We went through Kirk Soraka, who, he took over a team that he didn't really get to practice with much preseason because of COVID. You went through fucking Mike Yurcik. Mike Yurcik was a successful OC with a spread offense. He came to Penn State, and James Franklin made him play 12 personnel. James Franklin made him play 2 tight ends. I was at games with Mike Yurcik. I watched 2-3 games in the stadium, and it looked like the receivers were playing in like a 10, 15-yard box. He was running an anti-spread. Like he would have a receiver 7 yards in, another receiver 10-yard out, another receiver 6-yard button hook. Everything was bunched up. There was no spread. That wasn't Mike Yurcik's offense. You look at what Mike Yurcik did at other programs. That wasn't his offense. So the people that don't think Franklin Meadows is also crazy. And then you bring in this Kotelnicki. It's the same thing. It's more gimmicky, and maybe it was a little more successful. I don't know, but we haven't had a downfield passing attack of any consistency since Ricky Ronnie. Now, here's another thing that I told everybody, it's not the receivers. Everybody had thought these receivers, it was all the receivers last year. Harrison Wallace is one of the leaders in the SEC right now in receiving yards. Going into week 3, Harrison Wallace led the country in receiving yards. When Keandre Lambert-Smith was here, he's 6'1". He ran a 4.3. Harrison Wallace is 6'1". People want to cherry pick one play last year versus Ohio State where the DB ripped the ball out of his hands on a touchdown. The guy's still a good receiver. So it wasn't the receivers. You pissed away. How are you an offensive coach and you come from an offensive background? You were an offensive coordinator. You were a quarterback coach. You were a wide receiver coach for a year with the Packers. And you don't know how to get a downfield passing attack. Well, wide receivers are a 6-foot running 4 threes. How is this possible? How?
Yeah. It's all true, but the fact that we lost because of defense today, it just shows there's a bigger problem than just the offense. The whole coaching system right now is a dumpster fire of a problem. So
I have people hitting me up, bro, that never hit me up. They're like, Franklin needs to be fired.
Yeah.
I can't go back, but after I think it was 2016, man, starting out, I texted Greg Garrity Jr. I said, Franklin needs to go. I mean, that's how long I've been saying this. I have Oregon fans hitting me up saying, fire Franklin. Oregon fans, bro. And these are like good. Yeah. These are good guys. Yeah. Like they're not assholes like a lot of them. Good guys. They're like, you guys need to fire him. Right. Like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
You get so mad your mic gives up.
It's the delay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been mad enough today. I don't have it in me to.
Dude, I'm not even like, because here's the thing, man. You know what's crazy? All right, so look at this. I saw this at the beginning of the game. I liked it, but I was like, you guys talk your shit. We'll see. And then look what happened.
Yeah.
Penn State has no room to be talking any shit, but Mr. Potato Head must go. So, you know, here's the thing, guys. The rest of the season, as Penn State fans, and we don't deserve it, we are going to be watching college football every weekend, watching other teams, because that's who we're going to be watching later on. We're not going to be watching our team in the playoff. Are you kidding me? But a silver lining is that by the time the new stadium opens, we're probably going to have a new head coach. What we need is a coach who can coach football, all right? And that will lead to more recruits. That's it. We need a coach who can win. That leads to more recruits. That's it. We need a coach who can coach and is on board with NIL. That's all we need. Because if he can coach and win big games, we're going to get recruits. Another reason why we don't get all these big recruits is because we don't win big games. Quarterbacks can't develop for shit under James Franklin.
Yeah.
And the guy's a Penn State guy and a former quarterback. It's insane. But we got dealt a bad hand, man. But the rest of the season, we're watching college football just to watch it. Our team is irrelevant in this national landscape. Bro, what are we going to be ranked?
We're not going to be ranked.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't.
We lost to an 0-4 team.
This J.R. Morris is like saying, "Oh yeah," like he's saying the quote before that about like Yurcik coaching on an FCS team. Now, I'm not saying he was this. Listen, you're misunderstanding what I'm saying. What I'm saying is hands were tied when he came to Penn State. He couldn't run. He didn't have total freedom to run his offense. And I've heard this. I've heard this from an insider where he was forced to run 12 personnel, which is two tight ends. He was forced to run a certain type of offense, and they said, "Here, make it work." That's the point I'm making. Phil Groves, who I'm sure you heard of, who was a BWI guy forever. He's retired now, right? You heard of Phil Groves. Okay. When Mike Yurcik was fired, he made a post. He sold his company. He made a post, and he says that he believes Franklin meddles in the offense too much. And here's the thing. I don't mind a head coach meddling if it's to help and get things fixed. That's what you're supposed to fucking do. You know, there was a story about Jim Knowles, and part of why I think he came to Penn State. When he played Oregon the first time with Ohio State and they lost by 1. Now, Zach Smith, their old receiver coach, has his podcast. Think what you want of the guy. He still has connections to Ohio State. He said Jim Knowles' play sheet was huge. It was just way too big for the first Ohio State game. Ryan Day got on him, did what a head coach is supposed to do, made sure he got it fixed. Made sure, listen, you got to simplify things. Your defense your play sheet's too big. You're overcomplicating things. They're not for our guys. And look what they did in the following game. So I'm not against head coaches meddling if it's to get things fixed. Did Franklin say anything to Jim Knowles at halftime? I wonder if he said anything to him.
I mean, Landon Tengwall said they make 0 adjustments at halftime. As a player, he said that. So, phew.
The buyout's $56 million, by the way. I'm pretty sure, not 48.
I can't see that.
Somebody said 48. It's 56. It doesn't matter, but pretty sure it's 56.
Yeah, and Reynolds kind of cost us that tie because he dropped that ball.
It was a little high. It's both ways. It was a little high on Drew.
So the trifecta of overrated head coaches: James Franklin, Brian Burger King Kelly, and Mark Poopaw Richt.
But again, saying Reynolds cost us the game when the defense gave up 42 points is diabolical. The defense lost us the game, and I'll stand by that until I die. It's not even close.
John Friday said, "Who we gonna hire?" Evil James Franklin said, the UCLA head coach.
You won't know until the job's posted, man. Everybody keeps saying, like, I mean, it's not our job to know. You don't. There's young coaches. There's always younger coaches out there. There's always somebody that's going to be interested. You don't know till the game's posted or the job's posted. But here's another thing I want to point out. I thought our D tackles were going to be better this year. Like, we got pushed back. This D line got pushed back at ease versus UCLA, versus Oregon, and even a little bit against some of the crap teams. But I never realized, like, Keziah Izzard and Devon Ellies or Jay Thomas now, they weren't great, but they were solid D tackles. I thought with Alonzo Ford back, Durant, and I always liked Xavier Gilliam, I thought those guys were going to be at least on the level. But Pete, that was a concern coming into this year, D tackles, losing those guys. Oh, there's David Blair was this big time, portal D tackle starter for Miami. They don't want to pay him. Too much money. And then they use this excuse all the time. They'll say, well, if a player comes in, it's a portal guy, or if it's a recruit, and they want to talk about NIL, then they're not a good fit because they listen. I understand it's more than just NIL. You want to make sure to when the guy gets his money, he's going to do the right things and he's going to work his ass off. But
I just got it.
Mark, I got a question for you. You said that a player.
Chris, hold on a second. I just got a text. Confirmed already from my people. He's fired no later than tomorrow. Heard it here first.
Just keep it at that for now.
Is it a reliable source?
Possibly.
Is it a reliable source?
Maybe.
You don't have to say who it is, but I'm just saying, is it someone that you would?
I mean, maybe I shouldn't have said that, but I mean, I'm just really excited. So,
so there is the downside too. These the 2027 recruiting class that we have right now, that's top 2, top 1. That looks good. That's all gonna go away. Our recruiting is gonna be awful until we get somebody.
Man.
It's going to be bad. I mean, he needs to be fired. I'm just saying there's a downfall. It's going to get real ugly until it gets better. If it does get better. That's if we get somebody who can make it better.
Well,
it's going to get
They might
ugly.
keep some guys, though, especially with NIL right now.
Yeah, but you already know as well as I do that our boy, what's his name? Running back. 2027 running back.
Keemon Spill.
Keemon Spell's already shaky. He's gone.
Yeah,
If Franklin's fired, he's gone.
Hey,
he's gone.
Chris, what were you going to ask me?
Yes.
Joe Pa heard that too.
Oh. So earlier in the podcast, you mentioned
oh my God.
A player you said somebody like a player that was sitting on the bus had a burner account and was texting you. What could you elaborate on that at all? I mean, you don't have to say the guy's name or anything, but what was he texting you?
I was just kidding. It's someone commented on here. It's from burner account and said, I said that's a player.
I thought you were serious.
No, well, it might be, dude. You don't know, honestly. I heard it all from a big donor. He's gone. Brett, I know what you're saying, man, but
we're gonna be very bad until it gets better. If it gets better, that's when we have no idea what we're gonna see. It's gonna be very bad, guys. So if you're a ride or die like we are, just sit tight and don't expect anything good to happen for a while. It's gonna be very, very rough. Somebody could turn it around we could get a Kurt Signetti and turn it around with the portal, right? But that's not a Penn State thing, right? We're a portal team for selective pieces, but we like to get our guys high school recruiting. That's a tradition that Penn State does. So if we get somebody else who wants to change it and it helps us win for a short success, I might be okay with it, but there's endless conversations to come on what could happen. So sit tight because it's going to be a very bumpy ride. The roller coaster could go off the rails very quickly, and there's going to be casualties, right? It's going to be rough.
Here's the thing about what you just said, and I don't, it's traditional for sure, but what this 22 class came back, right? Almost all of it, and look at what it did.
Because of the coaching. Yeah, that's why they need five.
Exactly. Yeah. So
Singleton's still a good player. Katron Allen's a fantastic player. I think Drew could go sling it on Alabama or somebody.
Bro,
like
he has good. All the tools, man.
He could be very good somewhere else, not here.
But my source said, this is what my source said, okay? And he knows people. Brett, you saw it too. You saw the message.
Yeah.
He said, confirmed already from my people, he's fired no later than tomorrow. Heard it here first. I said, really? I said it live. I'm sorry, I didn't mention any names. He said, all good. I'll know more soon. I said, solid source. He said, not sure yet. Don't hold me to it yet. So I don't know what that means. I don't know. But people on here are also saying they heard it too. One heard it from a big donor. I mean,
we're off the rails right now. You are correct, but it's going to get way worse. Trust me. It's going to get bad until it gets better. If it gets better, we have no idea.
I mean, I don't know who they hire. I think Terry Smith takes over. He's already the assistant head coach.
Terry Smith could be a very good
people hire interim coaches. Holy fuck! Listen, if UCLA could lose its entire friggin' staff and coach with guys that were friggin' ball boys that were just made to coach this week and beat Penn State, we could get an interim.
Listen, Terry Smith confirmed. Like, I'll vote for him right now.
There's nothing wrong with Terry Smith.
I'll vote for Terry Smith right now. I think he'd be great. Yeah.
And people love Terry.
Terry Smith is not going to be the next head coach after this season.
I could see Terry Smith as a guy that donors would want to go.
I wouldn't be mad with
him, but people love.
They're not going to do it. He could be interim. Yeah, interim. He could do good.
I will have a lot of respect for Penn State as a whole if they fire him. Next season, I don't think it's one of those hire within things, man. It's going to be a whole new staff.
Well, I think Terry Smith could possibly stay. I mean, he's
because if a new coach comes in, right, they're going to do what O'Brien did. O'Brien kept the coaches that were actually good coaches at Penn State. Vanderlinden, Larry Johnson. All right. The new coach is going to come in. He might keep the likes of Terry Smith, Troutwine. He'll keep I don't know if he'll keep the strength and conditioning staff because that rarely stays, but he's going to keep some coaches if he can. Because here's the thing, Franklin. I don't know where he was going to go. I don't know if he's going to I don't know what's going to happen with him. But if he is fired, I want a new staff, man. I want new blood. And here's the thing, man. We were
Elvay's too old.
We were pretty lucky with the fact that we were consistent winners throughout his tenure. But man, we know what we have with him, and it's not good. It's not good enough. I mean, people can come back and say, "Oh, well, you had James Franklin, you wanted him fired." Yeah, because we knew we weren't going anywhere with him, man. You know what that does to recruiting when you can't win the big game ever? I mean, God. Jay Paterno.
It sucks.
Blank check for Saban or Meyer. Dude, I do think we can get Urban Meyer. This is just spitballing, but what do you think, Chris? What are you thinking?
Listen, like I said, you're not going to know who's interested in the job until you post for it, okay? A lot of people have joked around the Franklin defenders about Matt Rule. Oh, Matt Rule's not getting – Matt Rule, did a good job at Temple. He did a great job at Baylor. He's, so-so at Nebraska. He's a likable guy. He's an alumni, letterman or whatever. So I don't know, but there's going to be names out there that you don't know of. I mean, it would never happen, but I would take someone like Lane Kiffin if you could lure him away. I mean, it never happened. Well, let me ask you this, and I posted this on the message board, and people are like, "Oh, no. What's wrong with Greg Schiano?" Greg Schiano, I think, is doing a reasonable job at Rutgers, considered it's Rutgers. Greg Schiano is a no-nonsense guy. He ain't going to put up with shit. But people seem to be I don't know all the names because you won't know, like I said, till the job's posted. But I would take Greg Schiano over James Franklin. I would take Matt Rule right now over James Franklin.
Yeah, Matt Rule, very interesting because he's a state college guy, Letterman. He has a phenomenal resume. Nebraska, I just don't think he has it at Nebraska. But here's the thing. The fact that we went from this talented team starting out to this now, first of all, we lost to UCLA. That's over and done with. That's Matt from Penn State Jersey said if he loses to UCLA, he's going to get fired. I think, man, you have to fire him. And who we get next, I don't know. But I said this also last week. I said, so much happens in the NFL and college football throughout the year that you don't know, you don't know who could get hired. It could be someone from Villanova, who they've been doing okay. It could be like just examples. It could be like who's hot in the NFL right now. It could be like an assistant coach from there. I think what they need to do first and foremost is either go after Matt Rule or Urban Meyer. Blank check for Urban Meyer.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's the best option. Joe, what happens to Knowles? Knowles can go to Burger King. I don't care. Knowles lost us the game today. So
Manny Diaz. I like Greg. Chris, are you hearing anything about him being fired as well or no?
Somebody said Manny Diaz I did hear he was on the hot seat. I don't know because I don't follow Duke. But, here's the funny thing with Manny Diaz is as much as we all love Manny because he did a great job at Penn State, he hasn't been that great of a head coach. I remember when he was at Miami, right, and being a defensive-minded coach. I remember this one game where they played North Carolina, and North Carolina set a rushing record against them. North Carolina had one running back go over 300 yards, another one go over like 250 in the same game. I just kept betting UNC. I just kept betting North Carolina. They couldn't stop them. And it's just funny that I don't know why Manny Diaz struggles as a head coach. But so I don't know if he's the answer, but we need to change. We definitely need to change. I don't know if it was when Bill O'Brien was hired. Before Bill O'Brien was hired, wasn't Urban Meyer close to interested in the job or something like that?
Absolutely, yeah. He was almost hired here. He had
didn't
a house
Urban
in
Meyer
State
at some
College.
point still something true?
Yep.
Yeah, that's one guy. I'll tell you who people are. One guy's on says Joe Brady, who was I think he was the LSU's offensive coordinator when they won it all. I'm just going through reading what people are saying.
Signetti, man, they got lucky with him, I think. Cost 22 to answer your question. By the way, Cost, I'm just going to give you the giveaway since Illicit has not been answering. I don't know where he is, but DM me on Instagram. I'm going to send you the 500 sub giveaway. And then once we hit 1,000, it'll be an even bigger giveaway. But Cost, just message me on Instagram, okay? Offer Signetti everything. Yeah, see, the Signetti's another one, man. I think he would come to Penn State. He coached in Pennsylvania before. But Chris, are you hearing anything about him being fired? I'm sorry if you said, but are you hearing that?
What, Manny?
No, are you hearing anything about Franklin being fired?
No, I mean, the guy I know who doesn't – I texted him. I said, on a podcast with rumors now, guys hearing that Franklin might go this week. And the guy – now this guy, it's fresh. I'm not saying he knows exactly. But he said, no, quite the opposite. He said, but it only takes one whale. The biggest issue, I'm telling you, that everybody keeps talking about, people that love Franklin, people that hate Franklin, it only takes one whale. One whale that had enough that buys them out. But the biggest issue that I keep saying, and I hear it from guys that love Franklin, guys that hate Franklin, is they're not going to buy him out. Like they don't have the money to buy him out. I don't know why, but they keep saying that. You know what one guy said? Jerry Newhouse.
Yeah. So I don't know if we lose all our commits, man. I don't know, but Brett made a great point about that.
We're gonna lose a lot.
We're gonna
lose some.
So I think, again, I've always gone with my gut on this podcast. That's why I've been saying this about Franklin and whatever else for years and years and years. He's going to get fired. I don't know when, but he's going to get fired. And on top of that, if he doesn't get fired soon, like, here's the thing. Here's the alternative if he doesn't get fired. We're going to lose more than 2 games the rest of the season. Fans are going to stop coming. And if you fans don't start boycotting these games, I don't know what to tell you. Honest to God, I don't know what to tell you. Sell your tickets to the opposing team. If he doesn't get fired, the alternative is we're going to suck. We're going to suck. With all this talent, we are going to suck. It still, to me, hasn't sunk in that we just lost to UCLA. It's crazy. I mean, so he's going to get fired. It's just a question of when. Now, Chris, why did Landon Tengwall say that Franklin's not getting fired? Why did he say that?
He said that after the game. You saw him get
He
on.
said it after last week.
I think my guess is because of his consistency and because of his buyout. Like their number one thing is putting seats in the stands. Now you're going to say they're not going to do that after what just happened, but like from insiders that cover the program, and they try to defend Franklin, but they say that the number one concern is continuing to sell out the stadium because they have to pay the stadium off. Okay. And Franklin going 10-2 and having us on the cusp and always having good, not great programs was doing that. So I think the administration, of course, they want him to get over the hump. I think they were happy with that. They were satisfied and just figured, okay, maybe he'll get over the hump at one point. So going 10-2 is enough to make the playoffs now, which he's not going to do this year. But that was enough to make the playoffs. It was enough to get him, and they won in his buyout. It's just those two reasons. He's had 6 mediocrity success of double-digit wins that they probably won't pull the trigger this quick, I think is what he's saying, plus the buyout. That's what I hear.
Brett, what do you think about this? Franklin is now tainted. He's got the loser stench. Commits are going to leave anyhow at this point. Cut bait.
Yeah, we might lose some. Yeah, but if he's gone, we'll lose more. I mean,
here's the thing.
He brought him in.
Here's the thing, man. I don't know what this buyout does, but I said this before too. Thank you, Sandy Barber, for once again coming into a school, ruining it, and then being fired. And she was fired. Yeah. Thank you for ruining our school. Thank you.
She was terrible.
You suck at your job.
And she gave him that big ass contract.
My God. And Chris, you also said that if you want to say about the extension thing that you told me.
I heard from one of my guys in the know, he told me, I don't remember what the numbers were, but I know it was a few weeks ago or so that Franklin asked for an extension of however much money and he was turned down. I don't remember the numbers, but I do know he asked for an extension already, and whatever he asked for initially, he was turned down. So,
Sandy Barber is horrible.
It's going to be interesting to see.
Brian
Horrible
Hartline,
personality too.
Brian Hartline.
She was. Well, see that's the thing. When people talk about who are you going to hire, there are always up and coming, very good offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators that want to move up and get a head coaching job. One guy, now I know this might sound unlikely. One guy on reading on the message board suggested Will Stein. You pay Will Stein enough money, okay, he's offensive coordinator at Oregon. That might not seem like a good fit, but the guy wants to be a head coach, right? There's going to be a top offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator that would want this job if it's available.
I want a guy who's going to stay. I would like that. Brian
Yeah.
Hartline, as soon as the head coaching job opens up at Ohio State, he's going there. So, you know what I mean? Ryan Day and all his cornball stuff he says, it's – yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Yeah. I mean, somebody said something about Bellingham, Joe Brady.
What are you reading, Chris? Brett, what are you reading?
What's that?
What are you reading?
What am I reading? Just Instagram shit, man. Just seeing the downfall of Mr. Frankie Frank.
Bro, listen,
Mr.
Brett and I put our heart and soul into this podcast, as I said. And my God. I mean, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
I mean, I got nothing left tonight, guys, to be honest with you. There's nothing. I mean,
Chris, what do you see?
To be continued is what it is, man. To be continued.
I'm just throwing out names that people are saying. There's nothing like, yeah. Lane Kiffin, Eli Derkowitz, Joe Brady, Bellingham, Wellstein. I mean, there's one guy that said he could lose next week and still won't get fired. It's that bad. It's that bad. I don't know. They fucked up giving this guy such a huge buyout.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's the problem. Here's what I mean by names you don't always hear. Some names, like somebody said, Jeff Nixon, Syracuse offense coordinator. Syracuse offense has been pretty damn good. Like, this is what I mean about up and coming guys. Todd Monken with the Ravens, Joe Brady with the Bills, Mike Kafka. Like, there's guys that would be interested. Finding the right fit for the job is not the problem. Getting this guy booted out of here is the problem.
Elijah Robinson, he's another one, you know.
I mean, they have to get
like finding a guy
shark, man. Like, they have, if they're gonna fire him, they have to hire a shark, somebody who's gonna destroy it, man. I mean, that's really it.
Here's the thing, man. Yeah, Cal wanted her gone. I know, Jared. Yeah, you're right, 100%. I knew about her before she came here. She was a train wreck. She's horrible. Here's the thing. You know, who we get, Penn State, man, and I have trust in, and especially after what Chris has told me, I have a lot of trust in our AD, Pat Kraft. I think it's Penn State. They're not going to hire just anybody, man. Okay,
No.
We've had 3 head coaches in the past 60 years. 3 head coaches. That's it. Like the Steelers. In my lifetime, I've had 6 coaches on my teams. That's it. 6. That's it. That's all I know. I know. So whoever they hire is going to be good. They're not just going to hire anybody. Like, they're going to hire a good coach. But yeah, it's going to come down to getting the guy bought out. Because are we all on board that Franklin's going to get fired? Are we all on board with that?
I mean, we hope he's going to. We don't.
I'm actually not on board. I want him to get fired. I really don't think it's going to happen like you think, Mark. Sorry, I know there's a delay. I don't think it's going to happen like you think. I'm telling you. Yeah. I wish it was. I'm 100%. Listen, I wish I could go build a spaceship in my backyard and put the guy in the spaceship and send him to the friggin' moon. But he's not going to – it's not – I'm telling you, the school doesn't – it's not going to happen as quick as you think. If it happens at all, it might not happen.
So, Chris, and I don't disagree with you, man. What we're looking at is we're just going to suck, and it's going to be a living hell.
Yeah. Well, my life's a living hell, so what the fuck else is new?
Yeah, see, this is supposed to be an escape for all of us, you know?
You know, it's fucking...
Joe, I asked my source again, why do you say that? Did you hear something? Smouch is back. Fire him so we can see how the team will do for the rest of the year without him. Alex, you and I have had multiple conversations about him being gone. Alex, you're a diehard fan. You go all the way back as far as I do in terms of the fanhood for Penn State. We've talked about this so many times, man. God. David Portnoy. No, I won't sit here and let the moon be disrespected. He's not getting fired. Season's over. He's not getting fired. Joe, what did you hear?
That's not Dave Portnoy, is it?
I don't know. Hopefully.
That'd be funny. Go Blue. Let's see what he says.
Go Buckeyes.
Yeah.
Mark, did you just say your source got back to you and said he's not getting fired?
No.
Oh.
Joe commented and said, Mark, ask your source again. So I was like, did you hear something, Joe? Or oh God.
Right.
So but listen, if I let any of you guys on, I apologize. I was excited when I said that. So, but the guy who told me that, Go Blue. Are you the real David Portnoy?
Well, I mean,
I'm going to send you a link so you can
yes, and it doesn't mean
so you can prove it.
I feel like he would have a profile pic if that was the real. I feel like
it could be him. Who knows?
He's on his burner account coming to.
He's a troll like that, so
trolling us, man. Brandon Walker's the funniest guy on your whole company by far. Not even close, Dave, if that's you. Brandon Walker's hilarious, man.
I mean, Blue owns us right now. Ohio Buckeye Mark. At least you're honest, So I don't know if I was muted there for a while. Sorry, I had it muted there. Not yet. Give me a few days, my source said. Well, yeah, man. I mean, everyone's going to have a few days. But, hey,
it's not going to happen.
Between Chris, my other source, and Brett, I mean, I got three of the best sources you could ask for that type of stuff. So I know you guys are going to keep me in the loop. And here's the thing, man. Brett, would you say you're an optimist? Would you say you're an optimist? I mean, like with the Drew thing today, would you say you're an optimist or you try to keep things in perspective? Or
well, Drew not losing us the game today is factual. The defense lost us the fucking game. If you guys think otherwise, that's a weak ass take. That's a weak take. Look how many points UCLA scored. Who scores points? Offense, right? Our defense let them score points. Bingo. 27-7 at the end of the first half. We had the ball 3 times in the first half. We scored once. The second time, we went 3 and out because Kyron Hudson dropped the pass. Should have been caught. The third drive, Franklin refuses to call a timeout, and we get sacked on 4th down. So that's what happened. Yeah. It was a ball control game. UCLA
Drew
had
plays
the ball,
good in stretches.
What's that?
I was saying Drew plays good in stretches. Like when they have to come back like they did versus Oregon, and then they attempted to today, and they got to mount a comeback where they're going more in a hurry up. They play with more urgency. That's when Drew plays better. But when it's just regular during the game, he doesn't like. I know you're saying that, and I agree with you. The D was obviously horrible today.
Yeah,
but if the offense scores one or two more times, they only scored 3 points by halftime. How do you only score 3 points against UCLA in one half? I think it was 3, but
30.
No,
I don't know. I've never been into.
Yeah, they only had the ball 3 times.
And 2.
Yeah.
Well, that's true too. But like my biggest gripe, and we talked about in text all week with Drew Aller, he doesn't process fast enough. He'll see a receiver open. He doesn't get the ball out like in a quick window. It takes him too long to release the ball. On the 1 4th and 2 before halftime, okay, when you like this, Mark, when they set that play up for Devontae Ross to shoot out to the flat real quick, he looked like he was open. He was open. Drew looked right at him. Boom, get the ball out. He didn't get the ball out. It was a 4th and 2. You get the ball out to Devontae Ross, that's an easy first down for 2 yards. You can go down and score before half. Now you're going into halftime, instead of it being 27-3 or whatever it is, now it's 24-14. Like, I had hopes for Drew coming in as a recruit, but I'm telling you, after game 2 of him as a starter, I've dug into this guy doing film studies. I've watched him time and time again. I showed you the clips of him staring at Amari Evans without anybody within 100 feet of him, staring right at him downfield, doing his patting the ball and not getting it out. I've seen him do that with Lambert Smith versus Illinois. I've seen him do that in so many games where he just doesn't. He's just so conservative with getting the ball out fast.
No, I agree. There's plays where, but I'm talking about today specifically. We did not lose because of Drew Aller. Not even close. We're not built to come back 20 points from behind. It's just not. It's not happening.
Brett, the football, and Chris, you can go, but the football guy in me says, no, he didn't lose us a game, but he didn't do enough to win. Did we lose because of Drew Aller? Hell no. But as the quarterback, he didn't do enough to help us win. I just want to point this one out real quick. So, time for the Jonestown Kool-Aid.
Jonestown Kool-Aid.
Blah, blah, blah. Stop it. Stop what? He said, you assholes still support Franklin in this QB. Who? We didn't say that.
What are you talking about? You're not supporting Franklin.
I ain't supporting anybody on this fucking program.
If I'm Drew, I redshirt and try my luck elsewhere. All right, well, the third loss is coming, Joe. That's for damn sure. I mean, it could be – honestly, this is what's going to happen next week against Northwestern, right?
You know what else is funny? You know what else is funny with Franklin that he was asked during this press conference? He said, someone asked him about, he said, there's rumors out there that this offense doesn't fit Drew being a pro-style drop-back quarterback. And Franklin said, oh, yeah, I'm not getting into those opinions, but it is a pro-style offense. We do pro-style concepts, pro-style blocking schemes. How are you saying it's a pro-style offense, but then the only time your offense gets going is when Drew's running the ball and running fucking read options? How are you saying it's a pro-style offense? I mean, this is crazy. Do you remember when Christian Hackenberg played his first year here with Bill O'Brien? Now, listen, I know Christian Hackenberg wasn't that good and he bombed, but I'm saying Christian Hackenberg's first year here under Bill O'Brien, he was a Big Ten Freshman of the Year. Then this moron comes in and he uses Christian Hackenberg running a read option where he's not even a run threat. So, what are you going to say? That was a pro-style offense if Christian Hackenberg was here? Like, it's somebody on the message board made a good point too, that the only time Franklin's really successful is when they have a running quarterback.
All right. Jared Allen said, good question. Will his buyout drop a few million if they wait until later in the season to fire him? Yeah, that's a great point, Jared. They are working on getting him fired as we speak, but it might not be right away. He's going to get fired. There's no doubt. He's going to get fired because they're probably going to lose. Here's the thing. For those of you that want Franklin to get fired, here's the good news. Honest to right hand to God, I think we lose to Iowa, Ohio State, Indiana, and then maybe Michigan State, man. I mean, we never play well there. So, Chris, what do you think? Do you think they're working on getting him fired or no? Like, going off of his point, what do you think about that?
I'm sure there's some whales that aren't, and there's some people, powerful people within the program are connected to the program that aren't happy. I'm sure that they want him gone. As far as putting the money up, I don't know. I don't know.
Dude,
I don't know if there's whales that care enough about it anymore.
Really? You don't think so?
The only way he gets fired, the only way he gets fired, in my opinion, is if a whale steps up or a few whales and says enough is enough and they buy the guy out. I think that might be the only way, because for whatever reason, the school's acting like they can't put up the money to get him fired. I mean, that's what it seems like. I don't know why they can't. Like I said, when you're spending all this money going in the red with the stadium, I don't know why they can't, but they're acting as though they can. I mean, they profit. I mean, what does the athletic department profit every year? It's got to be a couple $100 million, right? I mean, I don't know why they can't go on the red just to fire this guy.
I think Franklin knew he was done today.
I got to bounce, guys.
All right, Chris. Yep. Thanks, man.
Yeah, I got to head out too here in a minute.
Hit me up. Give me a text.
Yep. Let me know what you guys hear. I think Franklin knew he was done today. He usually acts like a DH on the sideline, but he was calm today. Not normal for him. Franklin is here because PSU fans suck for years. Man, Brett, like he said, he's not sure if whales will care enough. I think they absolutely do.
It depends, man. Like I said, you put up all this money to fire him. Who are you hiring? Is it going to be better? Like, they might waste money and it's worse. Like, that's a big decision. Like, this isn't just like okay, I want to chew gum today. I'm gonna go buy a pack of gum. Let's go buy it. Right? Let's go get it. Like, this is a huge deal. So it's gonna be a few days, like the source said. Like, it's gonna probably be a couple days before you can do something like this. Even when a coach is fired, it's usually a couple days later, after whatever happened that made them get fired. So it's going to be a wait and see game. You got to have some good options, man, if you're going to fire him. Like I said, like we could hire somebody, but we're not going to hire anybody, right? It's not just going to be some Joe Schmo. Like they're not going to do that. They're not going to spend $56 million to buy homeboy Franklin out and then put some clown in there to do worse. So it's a big decision. I don't know. It's today was unacceptable. I'm disgusted as a Penn State fan. Completely just exhausted from it.
Yeah, it is exhausting, man. But I said it a couple years ago. I said if he doesn't win it by like last year, go to the top 4, which he did last year, then he should be fired. No, this is a whole different world we're all living in. Like, we, as Penn State fans, we have left planet Earth and we're on Mars right now. We're somewhere we've never been, really ever. To have expectations like this, and it's first 3 games did not go. The
first 2 Power 4 teams we play, we lose to.
And UCLA, literally, again, no coaches, no fans at the game. 0-4, hadn't led a game all season for 1 second. Not 1 second did they lead a game. And then we lose.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the worst team we've played.
Supposed to be, yeah. They didn't look like it today. We made them look great today. Our defense looked like – I've never seen our defense look that bad, dude. Even with Brent Pry. Like, Brent Pry was good, but he wasn't great, let's be honest. Like, our defenses were okay, but they were very vanilla, cover, just not very good. So this is the worst defense I've seen since Brent Pry, USC Rose Bowl game against with Trace McSorley and USC. That was a terrible defensive performance, just like today.
All right.
Joe
Paul said the donors cared after Notre Dame last year, but not enough because of Drew coming back. Yep. All right. I'm told the numbers were favorable for a buyout after Oregon, and now it's off the charts. It lost to a winless UCLA team in Southern Cal with more PSU alumni there than home team fans was a wake-up call to the Whales. I mean, you had more fans there than they did. That worst losses have come under Franklin. The worst loss. No Power 4 wins heading into Week 6 of the season. 110K in Beavers Stadium. Only 35,000 at Rose Bowl, and James Franklin still sucks. Seriously, though, how can we be this thin at linebacker? Yeah, see, here's the thing, man. That's another thing. Like, clearly the recruiting is not good. I mean, Christ's sake.
Their guys just aren't. We had a couple years of linebacker misses. Like, we're a little thin, and the guys we're trying to develop aren't ready.
I think Jared or Joe said it earlier. We haven't been linebacker U for a while. I mean, our best linebacker last year went to the end. We haven't – deep linebacker U is – it hasn't been linebacker U since – even when Micah was there. He didn't play much.
I think if Tony plays today, we win the game. We missed him big out there. It was bad. It was very bad without him. Dom DeLuca, love the guy, but not a good day for the homeboy. Not a good day for him. Mark Campbell did his best. He was all over the place, but
back-to-back devastating losses. I can't remember that ever happening in my 60 years. Yeah, we're all in a different world right now, man. Mm-hmm. But Brett, you working tomorrow?
Yep, I'm about to go get some food here in a few. I haven't ate, so
I might stop in, man. I have a gift card, so
I still have to pack. I'm moving in 2 days, so I'm packing still. So
the recruiting is lacking tremendously, especially at the core positions. Kabinda was our best one in the last 10 years, and he wasn't. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Jim, not sure you've caught onto this yet. This channel and the folks here don't like Franklin having for a long time. Yes, thank you, Faf. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Faf. Faf about. Brett, there's going to be a lot of more. Like, we're at the highest view count we've been all night.
Yeah. I mean, it's been 2 hours, man. They can watch it back if they just got here. I mean, I'm not going to stay another 2 hours, that's for sure.
Wonder how many offsides we have so far total. I mean, here's the thing.
Yeah, that was
There's
terrible.
been even today, man. They weren't calling holding on us for the love of God.
No. But still, like, we got to get pressure, man. We didn't blitz. We blitzed like twice, man. Like, I don't know. Not a lot of blitzes. You got to get to the quarterback. You got to spy him. Just awful defensive performance, man. Very let down. We know what the offense is. They did enough, really, in a normal game when you're not down by 20 points.
Cost 22 said we need you to stay.
And then you're going to have to send Domino's pizza to my house. Yeah, something. I need something.
All right, can we start a order for Brett for Domino's? Be sent directly to his door.
Something, dude. I don't know.
Jared is absolutely correct. The heart is missing from this team. Yeah, man, there's something going on. Spartacus from Rumble. Penn State has always been weak. What they have done since joining the Big Ten. Joe racked up a lot of wins for years against the cream puff teams. Well, they won the Big Ten multiple times. They won an undefeated season. They were damn near national champions in 94, 97, 99, 05, and 08, 17, 19. So they've done a lot since they joined the Big Ten.
Mm-hmm.
So Spartacus, that's not American Patriot Bulldog. So Spartacus, I don't know what you're talking about. Another false start by the center, really? Yeah, flipping new coaching staff, totally scouted PSU on the onside kick. Bro, they did that's the thing. That 4th and 2, they knew it was coming. Honestly, did they learn nothing from last week?
Terrible play call, man. Like, it's
Coke out like Lanning. Brett's sober, man. First of all, he doesn't do that stuff, and
he can pound beers all he wants. Go ahead, pound some beers away, man. It's just been a long week. Yeah, I mean, I'm moving on Monday, so it's just been
give me your cell. I'll pay you, bro. He's gonna pay you for your pizza.
Oh, that's what's up.
JR, go ahead. You want to pay for his pizza?
I didn't know.
He is a buzzkill. They are average at best. Hey, by the way, guys, we're halfway there to being monetized because of the watch hours. That's what we need. We need 3,000 watch hours. We're at like 16 or 17 now, and we're over 500. So we can get monetized once we get the watch hours up. And once we get monetized, then you guys can support the channel with, what do you call it? Donations or whatever. And I know you guys are going to do that, so I appreciate that. But we're so close, guys. We're so close to that. And it would be nice to get paid. It'd be nice to get some revenue from this, honestly. It'd be great.
You should be able to donate to the channel, JR, if you want. There's probably something on here, right? You can donate to
I don't know. You have YouTube is you can donate on Rumble. I know that. You can tip on Rumble.
Well, I know super chats and stuff. Yeah, you can get. I know that people donate, but we don't have that yet.
Yeah, we need to get our watch hours to 3,000 first. Yeah. UCLA snuffed out the sweep. What the F happened to the O-line is beyond comprehension. Yeah, that's a great mystery right there, man.
The O-line was better than last week, but the D-line would suck today. The D-line was getting pushed around, man. Like, it was bad.
Brett, he wants to pay you Apple Pay. You want some money or what?
I don't have an iPhone, man, but I appreciate you. That's nice of you. I'll be all right.
Uh-oh,
Chris is back. What's up, Chris?
So really quick, I just wanted to tell you something. I just heard got a text when you guys are gone. I just heard from somebody pretty well connected that Pat Kraft would hire Matt Rule in a heartbeat if he has his choice. It would be Matt Rule.
Yeah,
tomorrow. And
he deserves it.
There's supposedly a huge donor. This huge whale said he's not going to open up his wallet for it, though. So, like, pretty much, it's like I said, even though these whales are sick of Franklin, I don't think right now anybody's going to put up the money to buy him out. I don't think there's going to be a buyout. I don't. I think we're stuck with this fucking idiot. But from what I was told, Pat Kraft would hire Matt Rule in a second. All right. Have a great fucking night. Bye.
See you, Chris.
See you, Chris. He jumped around.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Faf. Yeah, man, we're going to get there soon. And,
yeah,
like I said, like,
if we lose every game moving forward, we'll get more views. So you guys can just hop back on and it'll be a dumpster fire. Yeah.
But yeah, thanks, guys. You guys are great. Keep it going. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you guys for the support. I mean, we've been getting tons and tons of engagement these past few episodes, and I hope it keeps going. If we can't answer all your questions, I apologize. I'd love to, but we're, but yeah, soon you'll be able to monetize us, help monetize the channel. And trust me, it's only going to grow from there, man. Like, it's going to get better and better and better. We're going to get a studio, and yeah.
My setup in a couple of days, guys, is going to look a whole lot different. I'm closing on a house. It's been it's going to be legit. So the setup's going to be, I'm going to have Penn State stuff in the back. It's just a mess right now because I'm moving. So
Brett's all in on making a studio. He's literally giving me a room in his house.
I have nice microphones to set up and everything. So just
Brett, by the way, the fact that you're putting a bed in there too is a good idea, because there might be nights where I need to sleep there, So
yeah.
Super chats, super stickers. I really would like to, but there is no way to donate to you guys right now on YouTube. Yeah, you can on Rumble, but this is the main page. So, but yeah, the best thing you guys can do to help us get there, if you want to, is share it with your friends, have people sub. I'm trying to get to 1,000. So once you hit 1,000, man, like we're good. But yeah, great take from Jim the Scholar. PayPal, the man needs to eat. Brett, just let him pay you, man. Just let him pay you. Does Kononek get fired by Franklin to attempt to delay his firing before his judgment comes? Does Kononek get fired? Probably. Yeah, most likely.
Let me see what my
role would be ideal. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know. To me, I don't know if we're going to win a national title with Matt Rule, but that's a hell of an option. I don't know if he's the guy, but he deserves it. Yeah. Tons of engagement for all the wrong reasons. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, that gets views.
Rumble Roll can't even win at Nebraska. Well, I mean, I don't know if he has it there, man. But yeah, that's a good point. It goes off of what I just said. If the thought of Franklin spending my millions would make me sick. Yeah, bro. He's like, you're wasting. They're wasting Franklin's wasting all your money right now. For those of you that donated, buy the guy out, and then you're good. Seriously, like clean slate.
Yeah.
There's no news like bad news. Franklin recruits well. He just can't manage an important game. Great show. Thank you, Jim A. Got the heart. I don't even know how he did that. The heart. Best of luck with the show, guys. Thank you. That is the double-edged sword of YouTube sports coverage. By the way, Spartacus, I didn't know if you were trolling us or what, but yeah, that's a pretty good point. I mean, they haven't won a national title since they've joined the Big Ten. They've won the title. They've won the conference 3 times, maybe. That is the double-edged sword of YouTube sports coverage. You do better when your team does worse, but hey, at least there's a bright light. Yeah, man. I mean, we got, that's the thing. We get a lot of here's the thing. I would say we've gotten a lot of coverage after a big win, but we haven't had one of those since we started this podcast. So, James Franklin acts. Damn, not the answer. Linebacker and Dom. JF has to go, man. Yeah. Brett, are you taking his payment?
I was trying to find my PayPal name, but it's just Brett Cable, but there might be an old one on there that I don't use anymore. So that's kind of
Evil James Franklin fanatic. What's Matt Roll's positives? I don't know. Well, he has a pretty good resume, man. He beat us when he was at Temple. He built up Baylor really damn good. And I think that was after their debacle there. He's from State College. He played at Penn State. So he's a football guy, man. Like, I like him. And I know I have a friend who's very good friends with him, and he said he was supposed to be the head coach before Franklin, but they didn't give it to him. They gave it to Franklin. Like, that came from one of his friends that I know. So, like, bro, Matt Roll, you hear about Franklin and his arrogance and people don't like him. Like, Matt Roll is not like that. As far as I know, he is not like that at all. He's a well-liked guy. So, and he got freaking what's his name? The quarterback for Nebraska? Dylan Raiola. Bro, he flipped him from Georgia, man. Like, that's a big deal that he did that. Come on, Brett. I've got
JR, what's your PayPal, man? I'll request it so you can find me on here.
Thanks, JR. The first payment we've ever gotten on this podcast was to Brett for a pizza.
Yeah.
He's the exact type of guy you want, Coach at Penn State. He beat us with Temple. Yep, exactly, Alex.
Yep.
He'll run a clean program to keep our name good. Yep.
He's a likable guy. He's gonna tell you the truth when he messes up. He's not just gonna
dude. He doesn't
say some bullshit.
He doesn't. And he still mentions Joe Paterno. He mentioned him after they beat who did they beat in the first week? It was like the Friday night. I think it was the Friday night before the first Saturday games. He beat whoever, and he mentioned Joe. Yeah, Nebraska is a tough place to coach at today. I know Roll hasn't been able to get them back to prominence, but I think he's better than folks think he is. Yeah. How fitting the first Bitcoin transaction was for a pizza. Yeah, that's funny. That guy lost out on $1 billion for 2 pizzas. Nebraska is a tough place. Yeah, man, they don't have it there, man. Like, I don't think they have the NIL. Like, he does not have the support that he needs in Nebraska for whatever reason. I don't know what it is, but he's not Tom Osborne. That's probably the problem. I don't know. I want a team that is jacked to play through 4 quarters. Yeah, we don't have that. Don't forget Roll beat Franklin at Temple. Yep. So, yeah. I mean, bro, we are in a living hell right now. That's what we're in. Could not be worse, man. And Lou Sassel, you are blocked.
You are blocked. Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
You are a moron. Penn State football is so damn pitiful right now. They're chucking passes like a drunk trying to hit a barn door, and they get whooped by my cousin Bubba's Pee Wee team after hog wrestling. Beating Franklin doesn't count. Yeah, by the way, all these Oregon fans they need to act like they've been there before. First of all, they're not. And they're probably going to get beat by someone. They're not going to win a national title. And Like, they were like, yeah, Franklin sucks. Your quarterback sucks. Like, it wasn't a big deal. I'm like, okay, well, what does that say about your team then? You want to double overtime. If we suck so bad, what does that say about you guys? You're literally dissing yourself. Urban Meyer would take the job. I do think he would. Yeah. Does Penn State drop out of the top 25? Serious question.
Yep. They'll be at like 30 or something. They played like the 90th best team today, or 100th. So.
Bro, they're going to be in the top 25 of the
FCS
Division 1A
rankings.
schools.
They'll pop into the FCS rankings for.
Bro, you know what's funny? One of the teams we lost to this year will probably be ranked higher than us.
Yeah.
Like Nevada.
You know what's funny though? Watch UCLA just win out. It'd just be crazy good now because that'd be funny to watch them like win out. It'd be good for
All
them.
right, so this is not the first time Penn State's made another team look good. Minnesota in 19, Michigan State in 17.
Minnesota last year.
I mean, Iowa in 08. We made them look good. Or I'm sorry, 09 when they came into the whiteout and beat us. It's happened before, man. We make these teams look good, and then they just take it on and on and on.
No,
I'm telling you, man, Iowa beat us in 09 in the whiteout, and they've just been consistent ever since. Like, relatively, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that game really turned that program around. In 2009, we need to organize and get this clown out. Yep. I thought watching us lose to Toledo was bad. This is worse. FCS rankings. We should not be in the top 25. Joe Paul, it would be one thing if we lost players to injury or the portal and struggled, but we brought back seniors and we suck. This 22 class, bro, look at what just happened. That's insane.
Yeah.
My dad gave anesthesia to a Vegas bookie who said the rankings are driven through getting more bets, which is why bad Notre Dame teams, Michigan teams, etc., will still hold on to the top 25 ranking.
Yeah.
What the heck happened to Penn State running the 2-minute drill at the end of the second quarter? Well, what happened to their play calling at the end? My God, it was horrendous. They threw a wheel route to Singleton at the end. Like, what the hell, dude?
It was bad. Should have just chucked it deep. Like literally, just chuck it deep. Throw it up. Dylan Raiola threw a Hail Mary against Michigan, remember? And they scored. So just throw a freaking Hail Mary, man. You can throw it 60 yards.
PSU football fraud, he put up a video at halftime. He basically said he needs to be fired, and he took it down.
Yeah.
I mean, he was pissed off. But
Who did?
PSU football proud. I said it to you, and it's gone. I was trying to find it, and it's gone, so he took it down. But he was pissed. He was like, if you guys, any of you assholes that supported Franklin told me we shouldn't fire him, what do you say now? Like, he was mad.
TF, does that stand for the fuck? Like, the fuck happened, dude? What the fuck? Yeah. What happened when Franklin didn't call a timeout in the last – they waited to get down to 20 seconds and ran a play. Worst play calling I've ever seen, man.
Nate from Blue White made a great point tonight. If we lost to USC and Minnesota, we would have been 8-4. Yep. Last year, yeah.
Yeah, it's true. It was close.
And, dude, again, man, like, we lost to Notre Dame. Do you guys realize how much crap Notre Dame fans talk to us? Not really anymore, but, I mean, they're clowns.
Yeah.
And it's like, honestly, it's like I said it before. It's like on Thanksgiving, your family comes to your house, you play your little cousin in Madden, and he beats you. And then you hear him talk about it the whole year. That's what it's like losing to Notre Dame. It's like, all right, calm down. You're 12. You beat me. It's not going to happen again. I mean, so yeah. Anyway, I don't know. Brett just texted me, guys. Said he's going to stay on until the view count goes down to 0. So, bro, it's at 77 right now. That's the highest it's been. Yeah. Iron Forge said 76 viewers. It's higher. All right, Brett. We'll be off of here by no later than 10:30. Is Franklin honestly a good recruiter? How many whiffs have we had 5 stars falling? Micah is the only 5-star stud. Yep. Would be interested to see the breakdown of playing time between. Bro, how about Ricky Slade, Journey Brown, Justin Shorter, Brandon Smith, all those great players, Tariq Castro Fields. Lamont Wade, all these great players we had, and they didn't do anything with us. Not Journey Brown. Journey Brown's different. He was actually very good. But Ricky Slade, Justin Shorter, Tariq Castro-Fields, Brandon Smith, even Micah Parsons, bro. What did he do when he was here? He didn't even really play. My God.
He was decent, but yeah.
I mean, like Ohio State and what year? What year was it? 2019 or whatever? I mean, angry mobs forming at 77 and going, LOL. I have no idea how this team gets over this loss. They're not going to, man. It keeps climbing. Yeah, that's right, Faf. So, bro, Brett, like who are we going to lose to the rest of the season?
I mean, I don't know if we beat Northwestern, man. I don't
Yeah,
really
I know.
know.
Definitely not beating Iowa.
So I think the defense maybe playing at home will be better. I don't know, but whatever defense was called today needs to be completely scrapped and reconstructed. Like the defense, that was not Penn State defense today. We just played USC defense last year or 2 years ago when USC played terrible defense. That's what we look like today. That's what we legit look like today. We look like USC without the offense today. 2 years ago.
I feel so bad for I feel bad for Drew Aller, man. I do. Like I feel bad.
Drew fought today. He did his best. I mean, he ran for 80 yards, guys. He had 2 touchdowns. He threw a good pass to Kyron Hudson in the end zone.
Bro, whether you love or hate
tried.
Drew Aller, he has not been set up for success.
No,
I don't think. I mean, God.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Yeah. Okay.
This is after the game.
You guys still in the hunt for the playoffs?
What do you think?
I don't know.
Yes.
Are you guys?
He's pissed, man.
Yeah, I'd be pissed too, man. I mean,
I feel
rough.
bad. I feel bad for him. Like he's pissed. I've never seen him that mad before.
His defense didn't help him today. His coordinator, I mean, Franklin didn't help him ever. I mean, I don't know, man. He's not.
Are you guys still in the hunt for the playoffs?
What do you think?
I don't know.
Yes.
Are you guys?
Yeah, I feel bad for him, man.
With decent coaching, this team can win out. Yeah. We do need to figure out the linebacker situation, guys, because Don DeLuca, he can fill in some plays, but he is not a starting linebacker. He got torched today. Amari Campbell was all over the place, but he's one person. He's one guy.
Dude,
they were gushing us in the run game.
See, that's the thing.
They were living in 2nd and 2, guys, all game.
110K screaming, great stadium, whiteouts, 700 alumni, and we have Franklin. Yeah. The question is, will the home crowd boo Franklin? Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not going to be anyone at the next home game. See, that's where you guys, if you guys want him fired, stop going to the games.
Yeah.
Maybe go tailgate to have fun, but don't go into the game. Mm-hmm. OSU, Indiana, Iowa, Nebraska. I think we're going to we could lose to Northwestern. I guarantee we could lose to them. Iowa, don't think we win. Indiana, we won't win. Ohio State definitely won't win. Yeah, he's mad. Good. Get fired up.
Jim, you can keep putting the same comment there, but Drew did not lose us the game today, so sit the fuck down. Sit down, dude. He didn't lose us the game today. I'll stand on it. He didn't. Wasn't even close.
Bro, they have not.
You can keep saying he sucks, but you have no evidence to prove today that he lost us the game. So sit the fuck down.
Deep play calling was wretched. Yeah, I mean, dude, that's the thing. When it started out, they let QB get conference quick throws. Yeah, I mean, I knew. Yeah. We're not defending him, man.
I'm telling you a factual statement for today's game. You can be mad all you want and think he sucks. He sucks sometimes, sure, but today he didn't. He wasn't bad today. So,
bro, I'm just saying I feel bad for him. That's all. He doesn't deserve this. He's a talented kid.
He's a Penn State quarterback. We can feel bad for him. I mean, he's 20 years old, 21 years old.
Bro, he does not want this at all. He's probably the most pissed off person on earth right now.
What? Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'll block him. I'll block Jim. Good point, Alex. Vance Coic. Drew was fine today. He does what he usually does.
Yeah. He was fine, dude.
Yeah, you blame Franklin. That's it. Players win games. Coaches lose them. That's it.
Franklin. Jen Knowles deserves some blaming today. That was bad, man. I don't know.
Dude, he deserves
He let Oregon score 17 points, and he
deserves all the blame, bro.
42 points, guys. 42. That's insane. Yeah.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks. Yeah, that's a great point, Jared. If I watch one more jet sweep, I might lose it. I'm surprised you haven't lost it already. Yeah, man, I do. I feel bad for him. I do. I mean, look at this, dude. Seriously.
Are they still in the hunt for the playoffs? What do you think?
That's just a stupid question, though, guys. Let's be honest.
Yeah, of course it is.
You're asking that. What are you talking? Like, what kind of question is that, man? No, we're just gonna forfeit the rest of the year, guys.
That's not even like doing your job type of question. That's just a dumb
stupid question, dude. So
like, what do you think he's gonna say, man?
Yeah, we're just gonna pack shit back up and just not try. What are you talking about, dude? That reporter's an idiot.
Yeah, man. I said it last week. It's not Drew, like Chris said, he has issues of his own, and it's not like, but it's not his fault, man. They haven't set him up well. Christ. So I don't mean to keep saying that, but yeah.
There you go, Iron Forged. That's 100% Iron Forged. Yeah.
Shouldn't use the Lord's name.
Strong.
We can block. Let the kid actually throw the ball and stretch the field. You have a gunslinger. Dude, I don't care if he goes out and throws 5 interceptions. Let him throw the damn ball.
Yeah, you're putting Drew behind the sticks, giving Pena a sweep that we've done 600 times since the season started. The Pena sweep, we did it 6 times in one game. We did it like 3 times last week. Why are we still doing it? They knew it was coming.
Brett, do you how many times they run outside zone today?
They actually not a lot, really. If you think about it, man, not as many times. To be honest with you, Kolnicki, I think, listened to us fans, or maybe he finally took some plays out, but we didn't see a direct snap to Katron or Singleton, which is good because that play sucks, right? We didn't see that. But he kept the sweep in, the jet sweep with Pena, and we lost 8 yards. No, we lost 10 yards, guys. We lost 10 effing yards on a first down. We're in 2nd and 20. How is that success? That's setting the quarterback up for success when we're living in 2nd and fucking 20, 2nd and 12, 2nd and 15. It was bad today. Like, I don't know
if you guys saw my post on Instagram today, but I put someone said, Joe just sent me this. He said, "No way James Franklin getting outcoached by Jeffrey Lannister." So I put up a post that said, "Who knew Jeffrey Lannister was the OC for UCLA?" And then I took that down and said, "Who knew Golden Arm from Blue Mountain State was the OC for?" He looks like Golden Arm, and he looks like Jeffrey Lannister. It's funny.
Yeah. Andy K over it. Yeah.
We can block on jet sweep, but not for Katron on 4th and 2. Yep.
Well, sometimes we can. If we did it 40 times in the last 3 games. So.
I don't blame Aller. He's a product of poor coaching. Yeah, I feel bad for Aller. I feel bad for all these coaches. Nick Singleton's ruined. Aller's ruined. Katron is pretty much ruined. The receivers are ruined. Bro, Aller going into the season, I thought we would have a Heisman contender. I thought we could possibly go undefeated. I thought that Aller would be the first pick. Bro, is he going to be the first pick next year? What do you think?
No, Penn State ruined Aller. Like they said, Aller is going to go late 5th round, man, 3rd round. Like I don't know. It's going to be bad. But as of right now, I mean, he could turn it around. But, yeah, Andy has been terrible this year, man. Andy Kolnicki has lost us games.
You have 2 stud running backs and don't allow your strong arm QB to stretch the field to open up running. Crazy.
Well, they're using Singleton. Like, when they get him in space, it worked, right? But stop handing him the ball. He's a slot receiver. Singleton is a slot receiver now, guys. That's what he is. That's what he does best.
He would have been outcoached by Steve Urkel. Yeah, he said it's good for UCLA that, like, I mean, it's good. It's been good for a lot of teams, James Franklin. He's been good for a lot of teams. Like, my God, we've handed Ohio State a win so many times, bro. It's insane. Jerry Neuheisel says the UCLA had 2 days to practice in its new game plan before scoring 42 on Penn State. So sad. Joe just sent me that. Bro, if this isn't the epitome of a James Franklin team, honest to God. They had no coaches, no fans were there, 0-4, and they hadn't led for 1 second all season. And they lost to their tight end coach.
You know what I think broke our back in the beginning? That onside kick killed us, guys. It was only 3 points, but that took our offense off our offense didn't start on the field for most of the first quarter. The onside kick screwed us, man. I was so pissed when that happened.
Definitely shit can both of them. Shit can all of them. That's such a bad question to ask your guy who has becoming a joke to the world of college football, and it's not entirely his fault. Singleton can't break one tackle. Bro, Drew Aller, I'm surprised he kept himself cool, honestly.
You guys
He
still
was
in the hunt
cool,
for the
calm, and
playoffs? What do you think? I don't know. Yes.
I love how he
I
love how he asked him, "What do you think?" Because that's a stupid question, dude. Yeah, stupid ass question, man.
Dude, that's such a dumb. Like, what do you?
Yeah, Pena got the ball once today, man, or twice. Like, you're not giving the ball to your best players, man.
Oh man. Again, we're at the highest we've been all night, 83 right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I need to we're at 2.5 hours. I need to like go eat and
Yeah. We'll be back soon, guys. Couple days.
yeah, I might be on tomorrow at some point. You guys can hop on.
But Tuesday, guys, I'll be doing the show from my new house. So it'll it's not gonna be fully set up yet, but it'll be a good show. We'll figure it out. The lighting is gonna be much better, I can assure you, than what the hell we got going on here. So yeah.
I just banned that guy. Because I think
that?
he was talking crap. Oh,
All I
he's just
saw was
laughing.
a bunch of laughing. That's all I saw. Well,
I mean, I don't know why you're laughing at us, bro. Like, we're not like.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't play today, so.
Yeah, we didn't play the game.
Joe Pa.
Thanks, man. Appreciate
thanks for the new house. Get me the PayPal by Tuesday, guys. Love the show.
Thanks, man.
All right, guys.
So if you guys if you couldn't find me on Instagram before, I changed that. So you can just type in Brett Cable now on Instagram and you'll see me. Cabe Soul Music is my handle. I used to make music. I still probably should, but that's my name. So go ahead and give me and Mark Lesko Podcast a follow if you haven't already. So.
Yeah, people were asking me, saying they couldn't find Brett, and he changed his name, so you can find him now. I mean, Brett has way more. Oh, did you repost my post?
You added me. You tagged me in it.
Yeah. See, I was just trying to tag you, not collab. I don't know, but it's on your page too, which is funny.
Yeah.
But all right, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instagram links. Oh, yeah. We can do that, Mark. Next time, or
what?
Like in the bio of the link or whatever, we can put our links for our Instagram in the chat.
Yeah. All right. Yep.
Yeah,
we'll do. Mine's just my podcast name, and Brett's is Brett Cable, Brett Soul Music.
Yeah, if you just type in Brett Cable, you'll see it.
Yeah, Brett's actually good at singing. So, for those of you that don't know, like people will talk crap on Instagram. They'll be like, they'll talk crap to him, and then they'll go to his page and they're like, "Yo, dude, your music's pretty."
They'll DM me and be like, "That was actually pretty decent, man." They'll be talking shit. Yeah. I mean, like, cool.
Oh man. All right, guys, take care. Brett, put your health first, and don't fall too far tonight, man. Don't be too upset.
No, I'll be good. I'm good.
Yeah.
That was a tough loss, guys.
let me
Worst
know.
loss that we've experienced in quite a while. So
Let me know if you need me at any point. I just say that because you look so depressed, man. I mean, I'm, yeah.
7, Tim Daly, some new guys coming in. Yeah,
I see them only winning 7 games this year. What a joke.
it's possible.
Fingers crossed for good news coming. Yeah, man, I will be over the moon if they fire him.
We wake up. Matt Roll is landing in State College. Welcome down to the airport.
I don't know what year Dylan Raiola is, but he could bring him with him. Let me see here. What year is Dylan Raiola?
He's a sophomore. Yeah.
Yeah, so
He can bring him.
Dylan Raiola could be our quarterback next year.
Yeah, but he's got to stop that prancing around bullshit because we're not going to play with that, man. That's got to stop right now if he's coming because we're not doing that.
Well, that's the thing. Not only could he be fired, like our whole roster could be annihilated. Because I was going to do recruiting tonight with Brett and Chris, but what's the point?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you for commenting. Please follow us and support us on there. Share it with your friends. Thank you guys a lot for supporting us and commenting. I mean, I'm just really tired, so I might not sound too enthusiastic, but all right, guys. See you soon. Have a good night.
Have a good night, guys.